Testing. Okay, I think I got audio now, don't I? Can you hear me now? Yes? No? Hear me? Really sad. Okay. Let's see. Testing, testing. Do I have sound now? Some sound. Very low. We shut down. I got too many sources going here. Audio input. Okay, what about now? Did I lose sound? Yeah, I'm trying to switch to the good mic. Hey Mike, how you doing? Yeah, I'm trying to get it figured out here. Testing, testing. Too low. Okay, turn that one back on. It's cranked all the way up. That's not the right one. Same sound. Mic auxiliary. Let me shut that one off. Shut that one off. Now I got only one sound source. Mic auxiliary. Yeah, I'm trying to use my Elgato. Yeah, I want to. It's taking up the wheel. Damn it. Output, recording, audio. Yeah, I'm not seeing that mic in here. Video is blurry on all cams. Yeah, I can't, well you can't hear me, so no reason to talk to the camera. I don't know. Actually, it's not running. Connect the wave. Wow, why wasn't it working? Why in the hell is the software running? Yeah, I don't know if you can hear me at all, but my Wave software is not loading up. I don't know why. I had everything unplugged last night, plugged it all back in today. It should be working fine. But I haven't tested it in StreamYard. And if you're hearing me, it's coming from one of the wrong sources. Okay, I think you can hear me now, right? My Wave software appears to be working. I see output. I think it's working correctly. Can you hear me now? To low. I think it's set to low. Yeah, it's set to low. That printer's out of focus while I'm not on that screen right now. Still very low. Let's see. Is that any better? No? Testing, testing. Testing, testing. Hey, red light. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? It's gone, okay? Testing, 1, 2, 3. Hello, hello. Still nothing? Ah, boy. Testing, testing. No audio. Another mic is picking you up. All right. Streaming output. How about now? Is that better? You can hear me now? Testing, testing. All right, maybe that was it. All right. Awesome. Does the video quality look good? On my side, it looks really sharp. I got it cranked up, so. No, that's the correct mic now. Okay, the Elgato's working. Okay. Yeah, I hope so. I noticed in my live stream last night, I didn't have it quite right. Astro printer was a lot louder, and I was still kind of muted. So, yeah, my wavelength is kind of a pain in the ass. So, you're good now. Thanks, man. No, the Elgato works. Yeah, the only reason I bought this Elgato mic, it comes with some really killer software, and I just got to figure out how to make it work right. So, let me play a sound here. Tell me if you hear this. Take a screenshot of the settings. Yeah, and yeah. Yeah, I've got a couple things turned off. Audio input capture, the very top one, is the one that I got running, and I got a couple printers going in the background. Yeah, it's a Logitech Brio. It's like a $140 camera, but every effing time I do any kind of video or anything, any kind of taping, and I watch it on TV, the quality looks terrible compared to other streamers' videos, and I'm trying to get my quality down, but what I'm seeing on the screen here looks really super sharp, but I don't know. I'm just trying to make it better. All right, cool. Yeah, it's playing out of my speakers, but the mic should pick up the sound. So, anyway. And I can play that longer than 10 seconds and I won't get hit by YouTube. It's free music. So, yeah, like my live stream I had, last week when Timothy was on from TH3D, and I had the guy punching the kangaroo. YouTube nailed me on that one. So, that's demonetized it, but it doesn't matter. It was still good to watch. Anything longer, usually 10 seconds, you get nailed on. So, anyway. Yeah, I'm not doing much. I'm going to get this little printer going here, and I just wanted to try to get this OBS to stream through YouTube. YouTube is still buffering. For some reason, looks like it's never connected. It says connect streaming software to go live and still buffering. So, anyway. And then the screen over there on YouTube, I'm trying to get this set up, but I don't see nobody's chat. But over here in the OBS window, I'm seeing everybody's chat like I showed you a minute ago. So I don't know why that's happening. Let me, okay, can you hear me now? Better? You shouldn't have dropped audio. Okay, the audio, can you hear me now? I can hold up signs. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Yeah, StreamYard I pay $25 a month. You only get 720p. You should get 1080 for $25 a month, but you don't. So, okay, you can hear me now. Good. Camera mic. So when I change scenes, I need to put that audio in there for that next scene. All right. Let me try that. One. I don't know where that other camera's coming from. It's not the Brio. Well, that's weird. Huh. There's a hidden camera in my house. I don't know about it. Yeah, StreamYard and YouTube, there's always like a 30-second delay. Yeah, it's always been like that. See, okay, that one's running audio input. Testing. Is that it? Can you hear that now? Whose pinky finger is so small? Yeah, wife's hidden camera. Keep an eye on me. Can you hear me now? No audio. Okay, you couldn't hear me then. I was waiting. Now it sounds good. Hey, Gary T. That was the wrong audio. Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out. I've got the scenes on the left, and then on the sources, I added audio input capture. Or I think I need output capture, right? Not input. Let's see. On the one that works, it's the input capture. So when I change cameras, it needs to be an input capture. Okay, I got output. Okay, let me get rid of that one. And I'll make it an input capture. Alrighty, that should be working, right? I think I got that screen set up right. Sounds like the webcam mic again. It's delayed, so I don't know how fast your comments are coming in versus what I'm saying. Okay, there's that weird camera. All right, yeah, I don't know if you could hear me or not when I went to the other camera. When I went to this one here, I don't know if you could hear me. So, did it sound normal when I went to this one? Okay. Now, I don't know what in the hell this camera is. Let me hold my, let's see. Where in the hell is that coming from? Let me put my head in there. I don't know where it's coming from. It's not the Brio. I don't have another camera here. Well, that's crazy as hell. No idea. No idea what that is. Good when you're on your main cam. Face cam works. Overhead works. Yeah, this next one should be working. Let's see. That one should be working fine. I got two mics running over here. Let me turn one of them off. So, okay, I turned off one of the mics. It should still be fine, right? Yeah, the Brio's right in front of me. The Brio's was right here. So when I go to this, I don't know where it went. Less noise on the second mic. Okay, right now the only thing it should have audio is just the one audio output. When I go to this next screen, I've got everything shut down except for the one audio output. Maybe he's doing it. He's don't see a camera in there. I don't know, man. Damn, this is driving me nuts. I don't have a camera there anywhere. Yeah, well, I don't have the Kaiwu cam isn't filming. I mean, yeah, it's not the Kaiwu cam. That's over there on the printer. Are you trying to do OBS to StreamYard to YouTube? No, I don't have StreamYard running. I'm just strictly, I opened up YouTube and OBS, period. Because I want better quality. I want perfect quality. And if I go through StreamYard, I don't get perfect quality. So this Logitech Brio camera can do 4K, 1080p or 4K. How good my quality is, I don't know. I mean, I got a really high tier with Cox cable, but my modem is across the house, and I've got a Cat 5 or whatever it is, snaked all the way through multiple rooms to get to where I'm at. That's got a repeater that's powered to boost the signal. I don't think there's a camera built in none of my screens. I mean, that would explain it, but I don't see a camera on any of them. Yeah, Betty Boop has something going on, don't she? Huh. Well, I'm going to go back to that camera and try to figure out where it's at. So anyway, I'll still be talking, but I don't think you can hear me. Okay, it's a Brio, but how can it? The Brio is filming me right here. How can it be filming at another angle? That doesn't make any sense to me. It's coming from the Brio that I'm looking at right now. So that makes no sense. Let's see. Yeah, the Brio's the only thing running on Logitech right now. I don't have the second camera hooked up. Switch to the Phantom camera. Okay, you should have audio now on this camera, right? You should be able to hear me now. Oh no, Mr. Bill. Yeah, man, I don't know what's going on with the cameras. I don't have nothing hiding behind the monitor. Let's see. Yeah, that's the Brio picking that up, but I don't know why it's picking it up. It's looking that way. That's really strange. No, I don't understand how it could be picking that up at an angle, though. Because this camera is looking straight at me, basically, if I sit my fat ass down. And the other one is going that way. The audio right now should all, I think I got it all fixed right now. Yeah, the audio should be fine whenever I push any button here. I think I got that solved. If I don't, let me know. I don't know. Yes, we hear you. Okay. Anyway, anybody that's just joining in, if you don't know what's going on, I'm just trying to get my OBS working properly through YouTube. I'm not in StreamYard like I normally do. So I figured, what the hell, let's go live and try it out. I just want the quality to be good. Then later I can go watch this in the living room and say, yeah, I got it. It looks pretty good. Just need to fix gain on desktop cam. Am I talking way too loud? Let's see here. Turn that down a little bit. Did that help any? Yeah, the Kaiwu camera is hooked up to a Pi, and that's way over there. You can see that camera's over there looking at that, so it shouldn't be nothing over here. Yeah, that's possible. Let me go to studio mode. No, it doesn't make any sense. Because there's that ghost view right there. Huh. I don't know. And the Kaiwu's working in the background. Yeah, I cranked my settings up. I had them at, let me go look, I'll tell you. I screwed with my settings a little bit ago on my video. I put them back to 1920 by 1080. I had them cranked up really high, but then my screen got awfully big. Yeah, output and base resolution are 1920 by 1080. But I can crank it up if I knew it, you know, how, I don't know how it's going to look or not look, but I want the best possible quality out of what I'm doing here. Video bit rate is 5500. Let's see. Now your main view is too low. Okay, is this better? I just cranked it up a bit. I'm not in the red zone, but I'm close to it. Testing, okay. Sound any better? I got a big mouth. I should be pretty loud. I talk pretty loud usually. Main view audio. Yeah, I've got main view on. I turned the audio up on it. You say it's still too low? Okay, before you go make your adult drink, does audio sound okay, Jason? I guess that's normal for OBS to have the text, all the chat and stuff above your camera, right? Like I showed you. Anyway, let me turn this printer on and get this other filament loaded up and change cameras here. Oop, that one there. So hopefully you can still hear me. Let me move this camera so you can see what I'm doing. Yeah, I just figure the quality might be better, but I know the uploads for YouTube, if you're in 4K, they'll take a year and a day to upload, I believe, because they're so damn big. But anyway, let's see. Here we go. Sound is good. All right. Thank you, Zeppelin 3D. So I'm assuming this audio is just as good as the main view. All right. Hey, Steven, what's going on? Yeah, Astro Printer made out like a bandit yesterday. That's awesome. All you guys donated your filament to him. Well, most of you donated your filament to him. And then I guess the company's going to send him additional rolls, so he should have 5 rolls coming to print lots of toys for tots. Let's see. Go to settings. Go to tools. Preheat. Preheat to 210 so I can change the filament and I'll put the red in. Well, that's nice that it rips easy. I hate when you get the filament, you cut it, you're pulling for days trying to get it off. Grab the cutters. Desk cam too loud. The camera I'm talking, or the mic right now is too loud. There shouldn't be a mic on this. This one shouldn't have a mic on it, I hope. All right. Okay, how about that? Is that better? Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you hear the oh yeah? All right, it's hot. Hey Jason, are you done making your drink? Did you get any rain today? Because I know it rained in Vegas. We got a little bit of rain here where I live at. I'm not sure how much it rained at his house. Yeah, switching cameras, the volume would go up and down. Didn't I fix it? Is it still too loud? Or up a little more? Okay, how's that there? Is that too loud? It's kind of peaking in the red slightly. Testing. Let's put it right in the middle of those two. Let's see if that works. Let me see where I have this one at. Okay, I got that one there. That one's way down. There's that crazy one. I don't know what that is. All right. So what's everybody doing today other than hanging out and seeing what I'm doing? Yeah, it's pretty hilarious. Okay, I had it in the wrong place. I don't feel right. Find my wife. Unless the white broke off in there, it's not feeding all the way down, so I'll see if I can see what the hell's going on here. Yeah, I cut that right. What the hell? Oh, there it goes. All right. Awesome. You just did your first live on an intro to Onshape for 3D printing. Cool. For the longest time, when I would live stream, I would get a really bad cramp on my back. I'm trying to get everything just right and timed right, and I get a really bad severe pain on my back, and then it'd go away after I was streaming for a few minutes. And eventually I got over that. I don't know why. I just wanted everything to be perfect, you know. You're trying to get everything set up, but it finally got better. Yeah, I have to re-level this bed, so. And I've got it lined back up, Astro. So. I know I had that thing right. I think it shipped it on its own, but I don't know. Something weird. And there's that funky little print here. You still can't see it. Well, anyway. I'll prime it so tomorrow my light, hang out, you can see what it looks like. So if anybody wants a little bit of head, here's the little head here. So. Okay, so wait, let me Oh, I guess I'm going the wrong way here. What the hell? Righty, tighty, lefty, loosey. Yeah, it's been a minute. Yeah, it's still pretty tight in the center. Damn it. Let me do it again. Yeah, that anti-cubic Viper that I got, the, what in the hell you call it? Anti-backlash nut is plastic. It's ridiculous. And there's these little clips that come down and lock into it on both sides. Both those tabs are broke from the person I got the printer from. And the only place you can buy them is a company in Germany, so I ordered a couple off Amazon. I'll put the brass on them. Because like I've always said, with everything that's ever broken in Las Vegas, did it break? Yeah, it's plastic. It always breaks. So I'll put brass ones back on it. I don't want to order some more from Germany that'll probably do the same thing that just happened to this other man. Yeah, I've got a couple right. Let me show you. Here's what it looks like. This one's screwed into on the top, this one's on the rod on the bottom. And there should be a plastic clip right here that comes down and one right here that locks into this piece. And that's broke. And see, this is a little springy. So, and you can't find these anywhere. You know, all companies need to sell these kind of things where they're readily available on Amazon or something. I didn't see them on Anti-Cubic. I found a link on their Facebook group. Somebody was talking about you can order parts for that Viper out of Germany, which I'm not going to do. So I ordered a couple brass ones, and hopefully they'll be the right thread pitch, and they should work fine. I'll get them tomorrow. I opened up the bottom, all the electronics look good. I haven't turned it on yet. I want to fix one thing at a time, then I'll move on and power it up and see what happens. I guess it has a thermal runaway issue, so I'll deal with one problem at a time. Okay, let's try the middle again. That's better. Alrighty, get the print going. And I downloaded an FFF file, a profile for Simplified 3D off a Facebook group. They're for the printer. Somebody had uploaded it, and a bunch of people said, "Yeah, I love it, great, thanks." So I wanted to use that. Because normally I'll take an Ender or CR10 profile, tweak the dimensions, you know, and kind of go with it, but it's a direct drive, so let's see, printing, G-code. Well, let me show you this if you guys haven't seen it. Very cool, we've got pictures. I think that's really neat. Let's see if it shows. I guess that's the file I sliced right there, which don't have a picture. I remember Astro Printer was saying something about you may not always see the pictures, you got to do something. And go back through and look at all these. Let me check my computer, but I think it's that one right there. Yeah, it's got to be it. Yeah, I'm sure that's it. There's just no picture. It just says that. That's anyway. The bed heating up and get a print and check it out. Need to buy a new computer chair. Fat people kill furniture. But it's my own damn fault for eating too much and gaining all this weight. So I used to be a lot lighter. Alrighty then, here I am. Yeah, the pricing page on this printer, Thomas. I seen this morning they did go down to $219 on special, and then they went back up, and then now right now on Amazon they got like an $80 off coupon. So they're not back to full price. They were fairly reasonable. And for all the bells and whistles, I mean, other than a spool holder at the moment, I don't have any dislikes about it. I'll print a lot of things with it, and over time we'll see how it does, but it's pretty cool for the price. And on the Viper, which I got, like I say, it was a customer return that I got. The number one thing I don't like, what I said was broke on it, were these two anti-backlash nuts. I mean, why in the hell are they plastic? Ooh, that's cool. Wow, whoop-de-doo, they broke. They're garbage. You know, if brass works, there's no reason to change it and try to design your own version of something. And if you do, you got to sell parts for it somewhere. People can buy replacement parts for everything. Anyway, how does my video look? My video and sound look okay? If I was to do a live stream like this, is it acceptable? I mean, I want to be just like the big boys that have really good quality, and you know, and when I set this room up, I got the island out of the kitchen, I put it over here behind me, I moved that table, then I took a zillion different USB cords to run over there so I could hook everything up, and then I had Liam dropped in, and I took one of my monitors and I had the text really big on it. Yeah, I got a feeler gauge out of the garage, and that was probably the best way to do it to get it exactly right. I do have one, I've never used it yet. But that way you don't have to worry about how thick is your paper, because all paper is different thicknesses. So, and if you get a feeler gauge, you can be exactly right every time. Just get it to barely fill it. So, when I grab different paper, whether it's typing paper or a letter came in the mail or what, or you know, like this paper right here is really paper thin. This little booklet, this stuff here is really, you know, it's really thin. So, and then I use Post-its quite a bit. They're thicker. Aquila X2, I'm not familiar with it. Stephen Poole, video looks good, looks sharp, good. I hope that's what you're talking about. I've got two lights over here on the ceiling, because that Kai Wu back there is doing an octolapse. And for some reason, remember I had mentioned that when the gantry got really tall, and it was when it was paused to take the picture for octolapse, it was hitting my zip tie, which caused the layer shift when I done that Goth Goblet by what's his name. Well, anyway, right after that print got done, I went to print this thing right here by the same person, this little phone holder, and when it got up about yay tall, 1/4 of an inch, it had a layer shift. So I stopped the print, checked everything, didn't see nothing wrong, restarted it, then it finished fine. Now my wife wants one in pink, so I started it in pink the other day, or yesterday I guess it was. And this morning I noticed it had another damn layer shift in the same spot. So I checked everything out and oiled the rods, cleaned them, oiled them, moved everything around. Everything seemed to be fine. I do have a little bit of a squeak on the bed on those linear bearings, so I put some PTFE oil on the rods, slid it back and forth, but when I slide the bed with the steppers off, it still sounds like it's metal to metal. I guess maybe that's just the way it is on that printer, but it still sounds like it's like a metal to metal sound, but it's not dragging, so. Yeah, I have a DSLR. I've got I use it for my resin lapses. It's a Canon Rebel TI5, I think it's called, where I can flip the screen around. Would that work good, Maker? And as far as for an adapter for it, I do have a Cam Link, but I think it's a 720p Cam Link. I bought it for my camcorder a long time ago, and I would probably need that for the DSLR, but it's only 720p, I believe. So I need at least one for 1080p. And I don't know how much better the quality would be on that particular camera. I might have to buy a better camera. Aquila are decent machines, okay. Aquila. All right, here goes that print. You switch cameras back. So this will be my second print on the Focus. And like I say, I've got a floor fan in the room. I've got 2 printers running in the background. I don't hear perfectly, but I mean, I can hear the fan running on it, but it's not loud. So I don't know, people are complaining about it's loud. I don't know what the hell they expect it to sound. I like to be able to hear all my equipment. That way if I'm in a living room, well, I can't always hear everything from the living room, but sometimes you can hear when things are running or not running, so. And normally these ribbon cables, you have to press them in place when you get this printer. These were already installed. And it wasn't a return, so they were just already put in place, no big deal, but. And you don't have wires hanging everywhere. You got the one coming out the back, but I noticed on the Anycubic, they're all kind of tidy in one spot coming out of the control board. And you're probably seeing a bright light on the side of that hot end, because I can see that up there. It's got a real bright light on it. But okay, turn that back off. So, and from what I'm seeing on camera, it looks like my first layer might have been a little bit close. It feels all right, but according to what I'm seeing on the camera, it looks like it's kind of close right in here. Is this view that white lamp arm style camera? This one right here, like DeWitt tripod, quite a few people have them. They had them on Amazon for like $79, and at one time they went up to like $99. And then I asked the company if I could review one, that way I don't have to buy it, obviously. And they didn't answer me, so I bought one. Then they came back and said, sure, we'll send you one for free. I'm like, cool. So then I got a refund on the one I'd already ordered. But yeah, it works real good. You know, it's, I did a video on a quick video on one of my videos. So, showed off some pictures on it. But yeah, whenever I can get something and use it without having to buy it, that's cool. It's, you know, more money for other things. And I was supposed to have a procedure at the hospital next week that I had to cancel because I thought it would be covered 100% on insurance, and they want a $450 copay. So, I'm not getting that done, so I canceled that. And the stuff I was supposed to pick up from CVS to drink, I called and canceled that. So I said, well, I'll just have to wait one of these days when I'm back in the hospital and I meet my yearly out-of-pocket copay or expense, then I can have this other procedure followed up on. Focus the camera. Yeah, I'm trying. Never really been able to figure out how to do that. It's got a plus and minus, which turns the light on. And I don't know if that helps at all, other than it turns the light on. And then it's got a plus button with like parentheses around each corner. So I don't know if that does anything or not. It looks the same when I'm looking at the screen. Does that look any better, Jason, or about the same? Does the yellow hot end cover do anything? Or that makes the fan louder? Astro printers seem to think that the noise from the fan is caused by the air movement. But you can print these out in different colors on the SD card. Take care, Gregory. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. Take care, Astro Printer. Have a great night. Here it's only 8 o'clock. I'll be up for another 4 hours at least. I ain't going to sleep. Then I can't sleep half the night. Health Mom, what's going on? Yeah, I'm on insurance, me and my wife, through the Affordable Health Care Act. They used to call it Obamacare. I'm still on Health Plan in Nevada. I got the same insurance I would have if I wasn't on it, but the government pays for most of it. So, and then you got deductibles and all that kind of crap. Take care, buddy. Have a good night. Yeah, tomorrow I'm live streaming at 1 o'clock. I'll be using StreamYard. That way I can have multiple people drop in and chit chat. So, I was just hanging out in my hobby room. I've been, you know, working on this and that all day, watching TV, eating food. So I figured, well, why not go live and see if I can get StreamYard working here. So. Yeah, I don't make hardly nothing on my channel. The only money I get is when people donate to me. I don't think the commercials bring in next to nothing, but I would love to grow it, but that's all a matter of me and having good content. And I think the older I get, the less people might watch just because they go, oh, he's some old guy. Well, not inside I'm not, but I look at it in the mirror, but, you know, I don't know. So. Yeah, Stephen, I've had like 3 or 4 of them done, and I don't know. I seen the doctor back in April, and that was a $40 office visit. And I said, no, I don't want to get that done right now. Let's wait 6 months. So I finally seen him, I don't know, a day or 2 ago, and that was a $40 office visit just so he could set up the appointment that I canceled because of it's going to cost me $450 that I don't have. And I'm not going to borrow the money from anybody because that's more money I'd have to pay back I don't have. I'm printing a thing I got a Prusa. It's going to be a little holder where you can put all kinds of, it'll be like this, but a big square one to put all my SD cards, USB drives, stuff like that. So, you know, quite a bit. I forget about Prusa's site where they got all that stuff. I go on Thingiverse, look around, find nothing. I usually go to Yegi because Yegi.com is the main search engine that most stuff is in from everybody. And then I finally went over to Prusa and I found it. So, then a profile I got off a Facebook website for Simplified 3D. So I'm trying this guy's profile, whatever works. Yeah, it'll probably be done, I don't know, tomorrow night or the next day. We'll see how it goes once if it cranks up any. First layers are always slow. Yeah, I've tried for years, you know, to get stuff going. I would like, if you followed me for a long time, I've been on Facebook for like 4 years. I posted hundreds of models on different groups. I used to post weekly a couple different models on like 12 or 13 different groups. And then one of the big Crowley groups actually kicked me off the group. They said, oh, you got those models for free. You can't post it here and put a link to where you got it because that's advertising. You can't do that. So once I got them to go ahead and let me stay on the group, then I just quit posting there. So and then I started up my own group way back then. That way, if you have your own group, you can post whatever you want on your own group. So that's why I started the group. It used to be called 3D Printing and Tinkering. And then I had another different name. Then eventually I changed it to 3D Printing and Painting. It's had 3 different names. And I used to get a lot of people to join, but then it's really dropped off. I've only got like 5,600 people, and out of 5,600, I have maybe 20 people a week that post. It's, you know, it's, I don't know. And I thought about changing the name and rebranding it. Like my friend Matt that's got 3D Print Noobs, I've had my group around longer than him, and he's got 100 zillion people. It's like, wow, how'd that happen? So, I don't know. But it's nice every week, every Thursday. It's nice having somewhere I can post my own affiliate links to different places because every dollar I get from wherever helps to pay the bills or buy whatever, you know. So I don't make hardly anything, but, you know, anything I get is highly appreciated. And then if I go to Murph next year, if I actually want to take some stuff with me in a suitcase, really cool small prints that I did, and I could actually take a small printer like this with me if I wanted and set up a table and have small things. And then if I wanted to have big things, I could have pictures taken of bigger things and have them laminated or something, make them look nice. I could set that up on the table. And then just film with my cell phone and everything. Make a video about it. Yeah, YouTube is still sitting over there like it says it can't connect, so I guess there's something wrong with it. So does this quality right here look just as good as you see on any other streamer? Anybody else that streams that, you know, they're using OBS or whatever? Does the video quality look good? Is it sharp? It's not all washed out white or anything? Yeah, the stuff that I promote, I mean, sometimes I buy it, sometimes I get it for free. Like this printer I got for free because I'm such a small channel, I have to, you know, message companies and people about this and that, and then they go and see how small my channel is. They say, no, you got to have 5 or 10,000 subs, blah, blah, blah. And I try to find things that I personally want to use, like a laser engraver or something like that. I contact different companies wanting to review one, like the Auteur. That way, if they send it to me for free, I can do videos on it, plus I can use it for my own personal use, and I don't have to go spend money that I don't have. But I don't want to review stuff that I'm not interested in. If I'm interested in it, I'll review it. But something I totally don't like, I'm not even going to review it. I don't want to try to say, hey, this is a great printer, go and buy it. If I don't even want to review it and like it myself, I won't review it. If that makes any sense. Thank you. So... oh, boy. Okay, good. And, you know, streaming on OBS like this, obviously nobody can drop in. I think there's a way to do it, but I'm not sure how to do it, but I got StreamYard for that. It's just I lose a lot of quality. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not sure what it is on this little camera. I have another one, a 920, I don't know where I put it at. Oh, I got it taped to my Max. If I take it off there, I could change it out. So. And then that other streaming software, I forget what they call it. I think Mike will know what it's called. They were talking about it's almost next to nothing a month. You get 1080p, and I tried that once, and it was complete crap. The quality was bad. The menus, everything was just complete garbage. It's like, nah, this is a joke. But I thought it was going to have all the bells and whistles for 15 bucks a month. So that was a complete waste of my time. Forget the name of it. And I've seen videos and people are raving about it. It's like, what planet are you guys on? It sucks. So, I don't know. I'm no expert in nothing. I just know what I do, you know. I know what I know. I only have my opinion to offer people. So. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that camera here. Let's see if I can get that word to focus. Now, I don't know why in the hell that light keeps coming on. Yeah, like I say, I got a plus and minus button, and this one here looks like the one to focus, but, and this other one's just a light right here. Actually, the light didn't come on then, so. Tim has this, and it seems like he's got his in focus, so I'm not sure what button I'm not hitting right, unless I don't know. Yeah, server time costs more, hence that's why StreamYard 1080p costs more. Yeah. I'm sure if they could offer it to people, they would, but Then they had that special not too recently where you could buy a year subscription. It was fairly reasonable. If you stream a lot, I guess, and it's making you money, it'd be good to have. But now there's too many big people out there that are using StreamYard around the world, huge corporations. So that's not going to happen. When I originally got it, I didn't have to pay for it for like 6 months. They kept giving me a couple months free. And then eventually that stopped. I had to buy it. And now they've sold off to a bigger company. So hold the button to focus it maybe. No, I'm not seeing a difference. Maybe that's why they sent it to me for review. Maybe I got to return. 5:30 a.m. Time to go to sleep. Take care, Maker Viking. Thomas, have a great day. Great, if you're available, you're welcome to come hang out tomorrow afternoon. I'll be streaming. Like 17 hours or something from now. It's 8:31 p.m. here in Vegas, so 12 hours would be 8:30, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. Yeah, like 12, 13 hours from now. Did you get much rain today, Jason? Yeah, I can still see the smoke going too. It's like, oh no, smoke. That actually freaked me out one time. I had a camera on the screen of one of my printers. I'm sitting here vaping, and I look at my screen. I freaked out. I'm looking over, it really bugged me, thinking, oh shit, what happened? So let's see, on my screen, my YouTube screen, which never did load, that's where I have a chat that I could actually type in. Let me say hi and see if it pops up on my screen. Let's see if that pops up over here on StreamYard. No, I don't think that's working, because you guys didn't see my comment hi, did you? I just typed it. Oh, you got some rain, good. So did my comment hi come through? So I'm not seeing it on here. Okay, it's got top chat, live chat. Let me hit all messages. Maybe I'm missing something. Okay, now it says I'm in live chat, so maybe I'll see it now. Night, night. Nope, you don't see it, all right. Yeah, I don't know. Because in OBS, there's nowhere that I can type. I'll have to figure it out. You're watching a video on Amazon about this, okay? Light icon sets light strength off. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because when I hit the plus and minus, they got darker when I kept hitting, yeah. So this other one must be the focus. me aim back at those words. Yeah, I don't see it doing anything. And that's the brightness. Hey Dominic, how you doing? I'm just testing OBS on YouTube, not StreamYard, just playing with it. Trying to get it working right. And trying to get my video quality, get my settings right. So if I choose to live stream like a lot of other people, not in StreamYard solo, I want better quality because my StreamYard quality looks terrible. I mean, I think it looks really crappy. And my Cox cable, I've got a really high tier on internet. I pay like $125 a month for the high tier of internet with a phone, and that's it. So the only reason I kicked it up so high is to try to get better video quality. Yeah, what you're talking about, the toggle for the autofocus, that's the button I kept trying to hit, but it didn't seem to be changing anything. I touch it one time, and if it's changing it, I'm not seeing it. Well, when I hit the manual focus that you're talking about, the plus and minus, the light automatically comes back on, which it was on then too, so. If I go plus or minus, the light will automatically come on. Hey non-fam, how you doing? Where you been? On 20 other streams. Yeah, I'm just testing my OBS setup here, non-fam. I haven't used OBS through YouTube in a long time. I'm trying to get it to work right. And then I've got another print in here I'm just kind of tinkering with. So, anyway, right here. What's going on, non-fam? How you doing? Yeah, it's moving back and forth, so that could be part of it. I'll get out my other camera and I'll get it hooked up with another camera and I can switch it out. I don't know where I put it at. Okay, that's not it. Maybe it's, I got a ghost, maybe it's my ghost cam, but I don't see it laying around anywhere. The OBS cam is coming in at a weird angle and I don't know why. Where did I put that other camera? Let me look for it. I'm not sure where I put it. I hate when I lose stuff, and you know, like, I don't know why. Everything isn't that disorganized at the moment. I just can't seem to find it. I lose things all the time, and then later they're right in front of me. It's like, well, where'd that come from? It should just be sitting here. It's a C920. It's got a little three-legged tripod on it. Here's a tripod. The camera's not on it. Oh, it's on the Kaiwu. Okay, I moved the camera to the Kaiwu. That's, I can't, okay, well I can't take it off. It's running octolapse. But here's the mount that I was going to use. So when I'm not printing with the Kaiwu, do an octolapse, and I can set it up on this tripod and check it out. Yeah, non-fam, I've got a ghost camera. This camera right here, I have no idea where that camera is, but if I put my hand real close to my Logitech Brio, it picks it up, but that's the same camera that's looking straight at me, so I have no idea why it's looking over here to one side. Makes no sense. So, you know, now it's looking straight at me, and then, you know, like I say, now it's way over here. I don't know what's going on. Something strange. But this little telephone stand, it kind of reminds me of something out of a Frankenstein movie, like the Frankenstein monster would sit on it. Hey, Karen, how you doing? Yeah, I'm running OBS straight into YouTube right now. I'm not on a StreamYard, so I'm 1080p. I cranked it. It's like 1920, but what, 7? Anyway, I forget the settings. I had it cranked up to 4K, but the picture got really, really huge, so I changed it. Okay, let me try that. Okay, it'd be that one right there. Yeah, it does say it's the Brio, but I don't know why it says that. Audio input capture 3. Yeah, it says it's the Brio, and I don't know why. So I'll just delete it. All right, now it's gone. No ghost cam. Yeah, from Clock Spring. I was having trouble remembering his name. And then this ghost my wife found on Thingiverse came out really good. I call it Ghost Flying Through a Rainbow. I got this PLA sent to me in Amazon return. Somebody returned it. They had problems with it. So luckily I got to check it out for free. So the print's fine. Nothing wrong with filament. She wants to put a little light in it, make the eyes light up or something. So, but yeah, printed good. And I didn't do base mode. This is everything I print are typically 6 top, 4 bottom, 4 perimeter. So everything is fairly strong. I mean, I could probably crush it if I really tried, but it'd be really hard to crush this. And I don't like printing things that are paper thin. One time I did a big giant base, 500 millimeters tall, for the sake of the video, and I was having trouble with the video getting it done, so I just done base mode to bang the print out. I go, wow, look what I printed, but you can crush it. It's so thin. My wife's got it in the bedroom up on a shelf. .4 nozzle. The only one that's got a 6 on it is my CR10 Max. That's got a 6 on it, and I haven't been printing with it. I've been having different issues with that printer. So, I've never used a .8 nozzle or anything bigger. I've never taken the time to figure out how to get my settings right to print with them. So I just, if it works, I tend to not change from things if they work. I'm not one of those people that buys something and then starts changing everything. There's no reason to. If it works, leave it alone. But yeah, here's one thing here, Karen. I don't know that if I showed anybody. Well, a few people seen it. On the Anycubic Viper was a return unit that I went and picked up from a man here in Vegas. The Anycubic hooked me up and I went and got it. And it has these anti-backlash nuts, their own design. It's plastic. And there's these 2 plastic clips that are on this that broke off. You can order these from a company in Germany, which I'm not going to do. And then it doesn't matter if I do order them and then they come in a next year. Whenever they show up, they're going to break again because they're plastic. So I'm getting 2 regular brass ones off Amazon tomorrow to put on the Viper. And I hear it has other issues, but I'm going to fix one thing at a time and then I'll move on to the next problem. I haven't turned it on yet. So I took the bottom off, looked at all the connections everywhere, make sure everything looks good. I'll replace these anti-backlash nuts, then I'll turn it on. I heard it has a thermal runaway problem, which is probably going to be a broken wire on the hot end. So I'll check it out as I go and get it up and running. Yeah, I think I have I filmed this with Octolapse. So When I get a bunch of prints done on the Kaiwu, I'm going to make another video, and then I can show the octolapse, you know, show that. And right now, I'm not even sure I would share my screen. I guess I have to make a scene of a different monitor and then, you know, run the video that way and run it. So. Does my audio sound okay, guys? I think you said earlier it does. I noticed yesterday when I was live streaming, my audio wasn't that loud, where Liam was a lot louder. And I had this mic sitting over there on the table, but I guess I was talking too softly. Yeah, okay. Yeah, let me try that real quick. Let me go download the Ghost and then, okay, give me a couple seconds here. Go over to that printer that's, where's that? See if I can download it while it's running. Okay, there's the Ghost. Okay, that's going to download. Go back here for a minute and find the video. I'm gonna figure out where the video went. Okay, it pulled up on the wrong screen. All right, it's right there. No, that's not it. That's not octolapse. That's just regular time lapse. What the hell happened? Oh, the sound was loud. It's fine now again. Probably when I was on that other scene. Where did it go? Oh, it must be this one. I got a 300 meg file. That is a regular time lapse, and I have one of 6 megs or 7 megs. That's going to be the octo lapse, but it only takes one picture every so many layers. Yeah, okay, there it goes. Let me just move this one over here. That over there. Okay, I don't think I have any sound on this screen, but let me flip it over and you can see the ghost go really fast. Now, if I put this in a video, I'll slow it down so it doesn't grow so fast. So that was pretty cool. I get amused easily. It doesn't take much to amuse me. Things contest. Say congrats to the winners. Showing pictures of things. A lot of the stuff I find on Things, it's almost like a lot of people that designed a lot of the things in the first couple pages they're like an art school or designing school, and I don't know, some of the stuff doesn't look that great. It's cool, the augmented reality, but I've never downloaded on my phone where you can put the object in your real world, you know, whatever you're looking at with your cell phone on your camera, you can see that object sitting there. That's pretty cool. So every time I do a video, I search all over the place trying to find something interesting to make for the video or something different. And then occasionally I do what's popular at the time, what other people are doing. Yeah. Thank you, Karen, for not talking about Vegemite last night in the live stream, because it wasn't a hangout. When I do video streams like that, I try to keep them about the product and not go way off in left field. So, you know, and then hangouts are a little bit different. So thank you. I appreciate that. I'm sure you knew that, but yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, I kind of felt like I was on what do you call it? QVC. But I say things as I see them. I'm not going to push something. If I think something is bad or garbage, I'll tell you what I think of it. Hey, Kenneth, how you doing? Yeah, I'm just testing OBS, Kenneth. I've got it running through YouTube, and I'm not in StreamYard right now. That's why hopefully the quality looks better. So, and then tomorrow, 1 p.m. Pacific, I'll be doing my hangout. Out all night installing. What kind of work you do? Got a couple things I can show you that I just made. Let me go grab them. And as squeaky as my chair is, it's pretty obvious that it needs to be replaced. Well, I went to Lowe's yesterday and I got me a duck, so I have one currently hooked up to my K40 that goes outside of the house exhaust, and the little fan I had on there wasn't working that good, so I went and bought a bigger black one that moves a lot more air. And when I hook up the laser, the desktop laser next to it, I'm printing a great big duck behind me on the CR10 back there in the corner, you know, like a great big hood type duck, and that'll tie in. I'm going to put this Y going outside of the house. This will go up to the DIY laser. This will go to the K40, and then I'll put a waste gate in on one side, so when I want to pull extra air. Now, the K40 will still be drawing air, so how well this will work with the diode, I don't know yet. I might have to get a second gate or block it or something, so I'll have to see how much air it pulls, just to help pull more, a little bit of extra smoke out on the DIY laser, the diode. So anyway, I wanted to buy a fitting like this at Lowe's, and they didn't have anything exactly like this, and they were like 10 bucks. I figured I'll just print one, so I found one and printed it. And it had solid supports inside. I took them all out, and I just put a single row right here in the middle, and nothing under these edges, and these edges kind of got scarred up, so I took a knife and cut off the excess. But it looks good. It's good enough. It should, hopefully it'll work right. So the only thing that costs a lot of money was this, like 11 bucks. So flex tubes, they pull out real long, you know, like you have on your dryer. So anyway, that's one little project I'm working on. Then if I get it all hooked up and working, then I can do a video and show pictures of it and talk about it. And then maybe I'll get more thumbs downs. No, it's only 8:56, about 9 o'clock here for me. So, I know if I call my sister, she's like 69 years old right now, and she's probably already in bed. It's like, what the hell? No, I don't go to bed early, but I don't sleep well at night, and throughout the day, quite often, I watch TV in the living room, and I nod off quite a bit and miss things on TV. So I do nod off here and there. So I try to drink a Monster every couple of days. I'll try not to drink them every day, but... Yeah, I mean, I've got 4 years of pretty stuff everywhere. It's just ridiculous. So, yeah, I've been doing that forever. When I first started, it's like, wow, cool, I can make all these cool models, but enough's enough. You know, I need to start getting into other things. It's not making any money making all this stuff, and then I end up throwing some of it away, or I'm not selling it. And I still got 2 DR.DOOM sitting here that I haven't, they're about 95% finished on painting. I need to touch them up, throw them up on Etsy so I can make some money, so by the end of the month I can pay all my bills. I just need to get them done. And I tinker with different things, or I watch Netflix, and the day just goes zoom. Then it's bedtime again. So, but you know how it is. People that are retired, or if you're not working, the days just fly by. It sucks. And I brought Liam in yesterday because he already had a printer like it. He's a great talker, and I figured it'd be good if I have somebody on camera with me to bounce off of. It's like when DeWitt had Jason on, or when I had DeWitt on when I done my Prusa. He kind of ran things for me and read it, and then I could kind of concentrate on what I'm doing, and we could kind of interact with each other, because it's kind of hard to sit here like I am now and keep the conversation going unless there's a lot of comments coming in. So, I don't know. I just try to figure it out as I go. And then I see some of the really big Twitch guys that I watch videos that they do content on how to, you know, set up OBS or do this or do that. For some reason, they're leaving Twitch, coming back to YouTube. I'm not quite sure why. I haven't looked into it, because I know a lot of people in the 3D printing community that are talking about going to Twitch, like Dan's trying to progress more to Twitch. But I hear Twitch people, from what this guy said today in a video, are coming to YouTube, getting away from Twitch. I don't really understand what's going on or why, but that's what I heard. So. Yeah, I got to tighten up some of the bolts on the chair, and I wish it sat up higher. It sits down too low. And the shock's not broke, it just don't sit high enough. And this counter that I built here, this table's not really low either. But, I don't know, let me see, we've got a tape measure. Got one right here. A long time ago I built these, I built a rack for one of my CR10s, and I took the printer off of it, and then I made a table out of it. But it's 33.5 inches tall, the table. And that's pretty much standard, I think, and then my computer chair sits pretty low. Oh boy. Anyway, here's what's really cool about this. Let me show you. Other than the color's kind of neat. And the tolerances were perfect on it. It prints like this. And then it simply goes together. It wasn't bound up or anything. It just simply worked. Like I say, one of them had a layer shift, and I kept it for when I do a video. I'm going to show it in the video. Because some people watch videos and think, oh my God, everything this person prints is perfect. No, everybody has problems occasionally. So I'll show my screw-ups. But yeah, it goes right together. It's like $3.50 or something. It wasn't expensive at all. So you just loosen it up and you adjust it wherever, wherever you want to have your phone. Whether you just want to talk to somebody, see what's on your phone, play with the buttons, whatever. But it did have some problem there. The honeycomb on it kind of got screwed up. So the Kaiwu bed, which was, like I say, that used printer that I got, I used glue stick on it. And I kind of had some screw ups there, so I dug it out. But it still functions fine. When a phone's on it, you don't see it. So pretty cool. Well, I guess I still got Nightbot runs unless you shut it down. That's why that popped up. All right. Yeah. 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 You have all kinds of videos where people are doing this, that, or the other, and they got millions and millions of views and, viewers. And it's pretty crazy. But 3D printing is a niche little thing, and, it is what it is. So. Yeah, I was watching on YouTube today. I was watching a whole bunch of, hey, Shadowfang. On YouTube today, I was watching a bunch of Twitch. Or not Twitch, what's it called? TikTok videos that were compiled. And this guy walks up to his wife or girlfriend. Of course, it was probably made up, but he goes, oh, I like your hair. It looks so nice. She's fighting. He goes, yeah, isn't it? He goes, can I touch it? She goes, sure. And then he runs his finger across her top lip, and then she slugged him. It's pretty funny. She didn't have a hairy top lip, but that's what he was talking about. It's kind of funny. Yeah, Shadowfang, I'm just testing OBS on YouTube. I'm not in StreamYard. I'm just kind of doing a test, doing a hangout. And then I'm got another print going right here on the Focus. I changed colors to the red filament, and I got the first print going down. So I'm going to print up a bunch of goodies with the red and the white, and then post them all over the place, do a few videos on it, so. Anyway. But it seems, it seems to be okay. I'll know how it is in a matter of months, but, see what happens. The only thing I like about it is the spool holder, but it does hold a large spool on it. It works. It's a real small diameter, and when you go to lock it in, you turn it. It's got four, you stick it in and you turn it just a little bit, it locks. But if you turn a little bit more, it unlocks. So I guess vibration over time, it might turn, unlock itself, and drop on the print bed, break the. I don't know. Hypothetically, I'm just thinking what could happen, what could go wrong. Did I ever try G Fuel? I went and bought a couple cans at 7-Eleven, but I haven't bought any kind of a powder or ordered it online. Because like I say, I'm still buying Monsters at Walmart. Like 18 bucks for a small case of them, I get Monsters. Then I tried a couple. I found a couple cans. I couldn't find it in bulk anywhere, but they did have it at 7-Eleven. Yeah, it tasted fine. I don't really know. I didn't really drink it to try to compare it about how much better it tasted or how I felt from one or the other, but yeah, it was fine. Yeah, another thing I have to do, I was watching a video today, is when you go on my YouTube channel and you click on videos and it's got the different categories, one thing a person mentioned is whenever you do a live stream, make it undiscovered, what do you call it? Make it offline or whatever, and then put it in a category of its own where it says past live streams. That way when somebody looks at your videos, it's not all jumbled, because right now everything is jumbled together. I do have categories, but I need to organize them better. So I can have like live stream builds and have it broke down in better categories, because a lot of it's jumbled together. Yeah, one tub of G Fuel is 40 to 50 makes of the powder. So like 40 or 50 cans or glasses. Yeah, I haven't tried it, I haven't ordered it. I will at some point probably, but I haven't yet. Just like my vape juice, I need to buy it in bulk and make my own, but I've just never had the extra money to spend a couple $100 to buy a couple gallons of stuff, plus this and that and other. So, just something I need to do. Yeah, I'm a gamer, but I haven't gamed in a long time, and I've never been on Twitch. There's a lot of games I like to play, but I don't know why. I just don't seem to take the time to do it. Like in VR, I love playing games in VR. I got 2 different headsets, but I never take the time to get myself back into it because I'm always tinkering with something else, if that makes any sense to you guys. Mike lives up in Canada. He's above me and you're below me, Kieran. You're up down the other side of the world. Yeah, I believe I'd like it. I just have to get around to ordering it. And right now I can't afford it. Well, most of the stuff that I paint, I mean, I could do a video on it, but I'm not a professional painter. I kind of grab a bunch of paints, I download some pictures offline, I try to recreate that look, but I don't necessarily build up my layers. I do it differently than how professionals do it. So, I don't know how much help that would be. But I guess I could do a video and try it and see how many people threw comments. So, and I don't like when streamers turn off comments. Because when I watch a video and I want to hear other opinion, I read comments just like you do reviews to see what people are saying. So if a guy's cooking something and all the comments are turned off, well, whatever you're making must really suck because you don't want to hear the feedback. So I think people need to leave comments turned on. And people need to respond to comments whenever they can. So many posts you go in, I respond to every comment I get. You know, somebody will ask me this or that, and then I'll answer it, and they ask me another question. I try to answer everybody to the best of my ability. They have some that are like $22, all right. The weather is 93 and partly cloudy, it says on my computer. We had a little bit of rain earlier, a little bit of wind. Jason got some rain. My son got some rain. And my humidity meter that Jason recommended off Amazon, or, you know, or I bought, whatever, a random cheap one. It says my humidity is 36% in the house. It says it's 82 degrees where I'm sitting, but I got my temperature in the hallway set at 78. But evidently with the lights in this outside room that's enclosed, I guess it's hotter right here. Or maybe I'm putting off a lot of body heat because I'm fat. But anyway, so I don't know. Yeah, most of my cameras, they have like night vision. I can see at night, but a couple of them are really dark and I can't see them. I guess something's wrong with them. The rest of them, they can see in the dark pretty good. That's why I look up quite a bit. I'm looking at my other TV set above me. Okay, when I switch, let's see. I'm going to check my audio volume. Let's see. Can you still hear me? And I think the level's about the same, isn't it? You're fluffy. Yeah, when I used to work, my normal working weight was around 220, and I was short and stocky. But then when I retired, all the stockiness kind of went to, well, it didn't go to plab, but I'm not working like I used to. I lost most of my muscle in my legs and my arms and everything. I lost most of my muscle. And then I just kept feeding my face, and I'm like, I need to lose 80 pounds, put it that way. Then after I had my surgery a couple of years ago, my weight was way down, but then as I was feeling better, I just kept shoving food in my mouth. A little louder. Okay, let me see if I can bump it up here a little bit. Where'd my mouse go? Okay, is that any better? Testing, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, when I didn't airbrush most of my life. It's like, I can't do this, I don't want to try it. But once I bought it, I watched a couple of videos, I got some ideas, and then I just tried it. The biggest problem I have is my tip drawing and clogging the airbrush and cleaning it out. But airbrushing isn't hard. If you can paint with a rattle can, which, you know, you shake them up, you cab them out in the garage, that's what I mean by rattle can. If you can paint with a rattle can, get your strokes nice. Airbrushing is the same thing. It's just on a miniature scale. So, and then, you know, when you hand paint, you don't want your paint to be globby like toothpaste, because then if it goes on the model like that, you have to completely wipe off all the excess, completely wipe out your brush strokes, keep working it, and then, you know, let it dry, move on to the next color. So it's not hard. And as you get older, then you got to wear reading glasses, and you got to have lots of light or you can't see what you're doing. And that's one thing that sucks for me. I got to wear reading glasses and have more light. When I go to throw something in the microwave or bake something, I'm trying to read it, I got to hold it way out underneath the stove light as far as I can with my hand to read it, or go get my reading glasses. 47 Fahrenheit, 8 Celsius. Okay. Yeah, but I figured I could maybe stream more like this, and then I can just be doing stuff around the room, looking at chat every little bit. Like, well, that's what I was going to do today, but I've been doing more sitting. You know, I could be working on stuff and then randomly reading chat, and people can kind of hang out if they want. So, I don't know. I wouldn't want to let this run for like 8 or 10 hours and you sit there watching nothing. So, you know, try to interact here and there. You know, I enjoy streaming. Look, for you guys that haven't done it, it's a blast. You know, I'm talking to you guys like I know you. You're in chat, or if you're on screen, or, you know, just look at your camera and start talking. It's nothing hard about it. And if you don't want to be on camera, you can have an emoji, but, you know, it's better to be on camera. Yeah. Yeah, back to your comment, Dominic. Nobody sucks at airbrushing or painting. You just have to learn how to do it. It's not that hard. I'm not a professional, and a lot of the stuff I threw away looked terrible in my opinion. And then I've got better at it, so I'm better, but I'm not a professional. I'm not really good. On some types of things I can paint better than other things. And I still haven't figured out skin tone, how you build up different layers. You know, certain types of paints, you know, they're certain colors. I have a lot of different types of paints like that. I just have to figure out, you know, how to properly do them. And yes, I bought a book on it. No, I haven't read the book. I just bought it, and then I said, "Wow, look, I got the book." And then I set it down. I think it's here somewhere. It's over there. Just got to take the time to do it. Just like I bought a little tablet like 3 years ago to hook up on my computer so I could learn how to design stuff, but I've never used it. And then I thought, well, hey, I could buy a really big one that's like a monitor, and it's like an all computer in one. But if I don't use the little one, I don't think I would use the big one either. So it's better to want than have is my old philosophy. Because usually once you have it, you wanted it, now you don't want it no more and you won't use it. So it's better to want than have. But yeah, here in Las Vegas, whenever something breaks, it always boils down to it was plastic. Because if it's plastic, it always breaks. And certain things, especially in any backlash nut, should not be plastic. When I first seen these on the printer, I had to get online to confirm that's what they were. It's like, what in the hell is that? And why is that hanging down there? That's really crazy. I've never seen one before other than on this Viper. So. Yeah, resin printer's a lot of fun. If you're going to do really small things, just get a small resin printer, like a Sonic Mini 4K, I think they call it. I've got the Frozen Mighty 4K, a mid-size, and I bought the Anycubic Photon Mono X, which that's my go-to machine. If I ever get a large printer to review, which I can't afford to buy one, so someday if a company ever sends me one, I'll be tickled pink from ear to ear because I don't have $2,000 laying around, and then I can do videos on it. But it takes so much resin to fill up the vat, and if you're running low on resin because you can't afford to buy cases at a time and you got another print to do, you have to jump to a smaller printer to get it done because you got to have so much in the vat to cover the bottom, you know, up the sides, whatever, to print anything. So that's a downfall to a big printer. But if it can make you money somehow and you're going to be selling the prints off of it, then you can justify having a big giant printer. But I would say if you ever want to try to sell anything, start with a small one, and if it makes you money, then take that money, buy a mid-size, and then if that makes you enough money, then buy a bigger one. Let the hobby pay for itself. Because so many people buy things, they get out of the hobby, and then when they go to sell things, they have trouble selling anything for what they feel it's worth. Because you take a printer, for instance, you do a lot of upgrades on it, easy ABLs, filament runout sensor, flex plate, all that stuff adds up, and then you go to sell it and people are trying to offer you nothing for it. They're like, oh, well, I can get online and for $220 I can buy this, it's brand new. Well, I have this, 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 and this other printer I bought a year ago, or a year and a half ago, so I don't know. It's kind of a pain to sell stuff anyway. And then a lot of times when people buy things, they want support forever on it sometimes, so, you know, I don't know. I'm just babbling. I'm still here, guys. I'm just going to play a little bit of music. I think you can hear it. It's copyright free, so. Okay, I think you can hear me now, right? All right, I think you can hear me now. That's probably way too loud. Kick that back. That should be better there. Yeah, I haven't done my printed with my Prusa Mini in a little bit. It's sitting up on a shelf right now. I got to get it down and print with it some more. Can you guys still hear me? We lost all sound. It should be working. Working now, right? The sound should have been just working, right? Wasn't it just now working on this screen? Where'd it go? Right there. I don't have a button set up for that. Okay, you're clear? All right. Yeah, I got to set up a button for this. Let me go over here and make that something. Let's see, where can I put it? Let's see what that's black. Okay, I'll put it there. Let's see. Scene 3, Scene 4, I'm going to call this Scene 6. Okay. Alright, so I got that working right. I had to put on a button on my Stream Deck, so I think I got that right now. Check my print behind me. I heard a noise. I hope it's not a layer sheet. No, it still looks good. Yeah, I'm not sure why on the Kaiwu, right around a 1/4 inch high, I was getting layer shift, and then hopefully it don't happen again this time. I'm not sure why it happened. And I noticed, Kieran, if you're still here, you had mentioned a while back about the cables on the Kaiwu, the bed, they hang down underneath the front of it. I can't find nowhere to put those where they're not hitting the belt that's underneath the bed. I guess they just lay there and kind of drag back and forth across the frame. I try to put them in the center, but then they get snagged when the bed comes forward. So I guess that's just how they're supposed to be. But like I say, since this wasn't new out of the box, I'm not really sure where they were, if they were somewhere different originally, or, you know, I don't know. Anyway. What would you say is the most easy to you to keep up the printing FDM style? I'm not sure what you mean by the comment. Are you talking which printer, or? Because almost all the printers, almost all of them, they print the same. If they're working right, they print the same, and then randomly different things happen to them, so things are up and down at different times. Or I'll have a layer shift, or, you know, stringing, or just different issues on different printers at different times with different filament. So like on the CR10 Max, I want to work on the R2D2. I've got tons and tons of white filament, but I was having some problems. So, and I think, oh yeah, the hot end right now, I had a problem. Let's see what happened. It was printing in midair. I had a clog or something happened to it. I forget what it was. The filament broke at the extruder. Oh yeah, I had a knot in the filament right at the extruder, and it goes past the gear before it hits the PTFE tube. I had a little curly Q-like knot, and I haven't resolved it, so I've got to take the hot end apart, heat it up, make sure it's clear, put more filament in it. And it was GST 3D PLA Plus that I was using. Okay, at the bottom of my screen it says drop frame 0. I've been live for 2 hours 7 minutes. Really? I've sat here that long? CPU usage 4.8%, 60 frames a second. OBS live version 21.8.5.765. Powered by Stream Elements. And I don't see anywhere where I can see how many people are watching, thumbs up or thumbs downs. I don't see that anywhere. I'm sure that's something you download, because OBS, you can download anything and everything. I just don't have that set up anywhere. So I'd have to have a window open currently, which I don't. Actually, let me go to YouTube. I haven't done that yet. Let me check my YouTube. Let me open another tab up and go to YouTube and see what let me check that out. I'm looking around the printer as well. I got my head kind of cocked. I got the printer right in the way. Oh, okay. 13 watching, testing OBS Guys, 3D HP, and it shows a Prusa page. My YouTube. Yeah, the video quality looks good. Thank you for the 10 thumbs ups. I appreciate it. Let's see, I turned my head straight and back at an angle. Let's see how far, how delayed that is. Probably 30 or 40 seconds at least. Yeah, the video's behind like 30 or 40 seconds probably. Because one time I was streaming and I jumped off camera. I went in to use the restroom, talked to my wife. She goes, well, how come you're still on camera? And I said, well, there's a delay. So, yeah. That's why you usually never see people that are streaming when they type. You don't see it live because they already did it like 30 or 40 seconds ago and it's not synced. So. And a lot of people, let's talk about Slicer for Cheetah Box. I've used the free version quite a bit. They contacted me and said, hey, would you like to try the Pro for free for a year? Sure, they sent it to me. I had a few problems. Finally figured out how to upgrade it. You had to delete this, delete that. It was kind of a pain. The guy on a PM walked me through it. I upgraded. When I get a model from somebody, and if it's pre-supported, I usually don't use that model. I might want to make it a little bit bigger. So I bring in my own print. I slightly angle it to keep the supports off the body. I always use auto supports. I never go in and manually do every one. And then once it puts the supports on, there's a little slider bar. You can slowly drag it down and look at the model, which sometimes I don't. And I print a while back, I lost some fingers, so I overlooked some supports. And if you see an island anywhere out in the middle of nowhere with no support on it, that's not going to print, obviously. So you have to, you need to add a support by simply clicking on it. When I hollow my models, are 2 millimeters thick, and then you put holes in them. Now, when you first load a model, if you've used Cheetah Box, I hollow the model on the first screen. I orient it however I want. I hollow the model, put in the drain holes, then you go over on the right side, you delete your plugs. You don't want to print all those little plugs. It's very easy to fill holes after the fact. You go to the next screen where you add supports. When you do it that way, it'll now have supports on the inside of the model. You need those if you hollow it, because of the shape of the model on the outside might have a curvature like on a person's lap or leg or chin or whatever where you need internal supports. Otherwise there's going to be an internal island. So you have to have those. Or you can make it solid. I mean, if you're rich, you got a ton of money, make every one of your prints solid and you don't have to worry about it. But that's an awful lot of resin. And besides, it'll drain the vat really quick, and throughout the night or whenever, you'll have to get up and pour more resin in the vat to make sure you don't run out of resin. So anyway. And I try to do a couple little videos on that, but when OBS is doing a screen capture, the screen flickers, and it's not working quite right. So I've got to figure out why, and then I can do more videos talking about how I do this and that, which is basic. I don't go in and do anything fancy, but some people may not know how to proceed from, they've never done it before, they're like they're totally lost. So a basic video like how I do things would work fine for them. So anyway. Yeah, my Ender 3 V2, when I first got it and I done my first layer, was fine. When I went to do the second print, the bed was like a quarter-inch off the bed. It's like, what in the hell is going on? It's driving me crazy. So I had to put anti-backlash nuts on it. And then Brian Vine's done a video where a friend of his or somebody had made a profile. When you unlock the steppers on most printers and you adjust your bed and you move the head around manually, if you know what I'm talking about with the paper, on that Ender 3 V2, the X gantry, you can blow on it and the thing will drop when the steppers are off. It moves so easy where a lot of printers are a little tighter than that. They don't just drop. And that was the reason. So if you put anti-backlash nuts on it, it will solve that dropping problem. But that's the only issues I had. And I didn't really need the printer. I should have kept it before I sold my older Enders. But I sold my Ender 3 V2, my TiVo Tarantula Pro, and one of my Ender 3 Pros that I made 500 millimeters tall. Had an Ender extender kit on. I sold that one. And I probably should have kept the V2 because that was the newest of the three. And I have 3 or 4 more enders sitting on the floor I need to sell. I got to turn them on, make sure they work right. They got filament runout sensors, easy ABLs. I'm not sure. I don't think they have flex plates on them, but I have extra flex plates I could put on them. 2 of them are regular Ender 3s, one's a Pro. And that you can tell because the power supply is, meanwhile, they're real thin. They're, you know, they're not the big honking giant ones. So that's the fastest way to tell if it's a Pro or a regular Ender, is just look at the power supply. Yeah, I've had some resins I've tried where I've had nothing but problems with it, and another resin works perfect. I try to go with stock settings. I've had prints pull off, and then I just increase my support density. If it's set at like 50%, I kick up the density to 75, which will put more supports. In Cheetah Box Pro, it puts these little pyramid things that I hate. It's like 3 or 4 little points that are like a little pyramid, and then the support comes off of that. And I take my fingernail and I pop them off before I cure them. And so I've cut myself a couple times. They're kind of a pain to pop those off in Pro. I need to, and I thought I had it turned off. There's a setting at the bottom of the screen for the type of contact points, and it could just be a bug in the software. But yeah. And you know, and I put holes in models, and if I want to plug the hole, if it's on the bottom of the feet or somewhere in the model where you won't see it, there's no reason to plug it. I will take a little bit, I think a Q-tip or an eyedropper, usually a Q-tip, a little bit of wet resin, put a drop over the hole, hit it with a UV flashlight. It's usually concave, so you put another drop on it and then cure it and build that up. Then you can go back in and sand it with something like this. I use these all the time, like used for fingernails. Your wives or girlfriends might use these, or you might use them. And I sand prints down with things like this. Or you can buy what they call twigs on Amazon. They're like little sticks. They're like this, but they're different. You know, they're real tiny, like they're bigger than a toothpick, but they're real tiny little twigs, they call them. Yeah, brass nozzles are cheap. I've never used steel nozzles ever. I've never had one. I've never had anything other than stock hot end on any of my printers. I've never went out and you know, spent $100 or $200 and upgrade to a fancy nozzle, or I've never done any of that yet. Not that I won't, but I just never have. I've never really had a reason to. I don't print with abrasive filaments or glow in the dark. I've never tried it. So. Let's see. I'll go ahead and try to load Cheetah Box. Well, I might as well pull up Cheetah Box right now if I can find it. I'm talking about it. Might as well just pull it up and. Oh, that's cool. For $50. Yeah. My big ultrasonic, oh, well, my ultrasonic cleaner, okay, the metal one, yeah. I've got mean green in that. And then the one I got Manicubic, that's got IPA in it. It loaded, where's it at? Why am I not seeing it? Oh. Let's see. All right, let's see if I can switch over to that screen. Okay, you guys can see all that. Here's a model from Sanix did a while back. That's Blade. Okay, the screen just went black. Did it go black on you guys? It did on me. See, now it's back. See, I don't know why I'm having this trouble. I've got a fairly beefy PC here and I'm having trouble. I'm moving the mouse around and it kind of cut out. See if I can turn it. Yeah, see, it's jittering. Now, when I look at it on screen, it doesn't jitter, but you guys, like if I was to tape this, it jitters, and I don't know why it's doing that. So maybe somebody has an explanation. But see, I've got very dense supports. And if you look right here, you can see all these look like a tree. That's what I was talking about. They hold really well, but they're a pain to pop off with your finger. Sometimes I'll take my Biltac spatula or something, put this down on the flat surface, and I just cram it down and pop them off that way to speed up the process. So, let's see. And this model here, I've already hauled it. See, it has internal supports, but at least it saves on a lot of resin. It's not solid. So let's see where's it at? That's got a load. Hold on, the screen will come back up. I'm not seeing all of my screen here. Where's that? Well, that's odd. I wanted to hit the remove support button, but I don't see it. It's over here, but it's down below. I'm not seeing it. But anyway, let's just pretend I hadn't put supports on this yet. I'd drop the model in here, and then I'd come up here to hollow, and then I would pick the wall thickness. Hold on, you can't see it. I click hollow right here, and then I pick the thickness. I usually go 2 millimeters. Then when I hit apply, which I've already done it, it'll slowly come down and hollow the model. Once that's done, I'll hit dig hole. Wait a minute, it'll come back up. And then I'll hit dig hole. Come on, pop up. It's not popping up. Anyway, it's got another button. You hit it, it digs a hole, and you can pick what side. There it is, now it's working. And you can pick, when you put it over the model, it shows you the size of the hole. Now, anywhere I click, it's going to put a hole, which I don't want to do. I've already put them in the bottom of the model so that'll drain properly. And well, anyway, so I can't really go into that right now, but yeah, I don't like pre-supported models. I do it myself, so. And then, like I say, whenever you put supports on, you can slowly drag the model, tip it at an angle, and if you see anywhere on whatever model where something is out in the middle of nowhere, which it's not going to be on this, then you know where you can add a support at. And then I can go up here and change colors on it in Pro. You just click on your models and you just change them. Then I'll do a screenshot. It's called Snip, S-N-I-P in Windows. I type in Snip, then I do screenshots and throw it in my videos. So. Now I'm getting an error and it's not closing. Okay. Oh boy, there it is. Okay. No, well, yeah, my Scene 6 is my other monitor, Mike. I'm sharing that screen. So when I hit the one button on my screen deck, it pulls up Scene 6. And it's doing a Windows, and I guess it's just showing whatever's on another monitor. But whenever I try to tape it or manipulate the screen, it's real jittery and cuts out in OBS, and I don't know why. The computer I'm on, I've got a 1080 Ti card in it, and 32 gigs of RAM. It's a Ryzen 7 1800X. I built it, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago. Cost an arm and a leg to build. So. And I'm not in studio mode, because then if I was in studio mode, I'd just, pull up whatever screen in studio mode, then I hit that center button, I transition onto the main screen. Let's see, studio mode right here. Now I've got duplicate me on both sides. So I can get one ready on the left, do something with it, and then hit transition and drag it over. So, I haven't figured out how to do that much, but anyway, I don't spend enough time learning how to do this or that, and then I forget what I did. Just like my K40, when I first bought it, I was doing a lot of stuff with it. Made a lot of stuff at Christmas time. Then I quit using it for like 4 or 5 months. And then I didn't write anything down. So then I got to go relearn what programs, how to do this, how to do that. I didn't document it. So then I got to try to relearn it all. I need to write stuff down. And the print's still cooking away there. You got the printer in February, been printing on it for less than a month. The nozzle has a crack in it. That's weird. Brass nozzles, if that's what you're using, they're cheap. Typically, when I print for a while and I start having, I get a clog, I usually don't even always break out the needle. I just pull off the nozzle. I retract the filament, pull off the nozzle, throw it in the trash, screw another one in, feed filament through it, and keep printing because they're usually cheap. And then if you ever have a blob, you wake up the next morning, you got a blob, just heat up your hot end to like 230. Usually you can pull it off as long as it's not covering the whole hot end or something. Usually there's a big blob. Heat it up, you can pull it off carefully, clean up the mess, take a razor knife and scrape the side of the block. Watch out for your wires. Yeah, I think I got like 10% infill in this model. Yep, and I yawn. I do that all the time. I want to go drink another Monster, but I can't. I guess I could make some decaf coffee. I used to drink caffeinated coffee my whole life, and sometimes late at night I drink coffee and then I have trouble sleeping, but coffee has never really woke me up. But now that I switched to decaf, you can drink. I get up in the middle of the night to use the restroom, grab a cup of coffee, throw it in the microwave because they don't have any caffeine in it. You can drink it whenever. And then my good buddy Non-Fam sent me 2 bags of coffee that he won off of the stream, and he sent me the code, and that was really cool of him. And that lasted me for a very long time. Place here in Vegas sold it, bought it online. I just had to pay the shipping on it. So that was awesome. And that was really nice to focus to give away those 5 rolls of filament. And 4 of them went to Astro Printer, like I mentioned earlier. You got the guys, you've seen it last night. And that was really cool because he's printing toys for Tots, so that'll help him keep printing more toys. So, really awesome. What's the most trusted printer? Well, a long time ago, TiVo sent me their TiVo Tarantula Pro, which they no longer make them. And that thing was a rock star for a really long time. It worked great. And then I finally just quit using it because, it's a smaller printer. And I try to use my bigger printers most of the time. And most printers right out of the box work great. My Enders have been fine. The Ender 3 prints good other than the Z dropping. And you have to put adding backlight nuts on it, but it printed fine. The original CR10s print fine. I've done a few upgrades here and there. I still have both my original CR10s. I built a Hypercube from ZYLTECH. I have problems with it. I built it from scratch, and I have different issues with it, and I don't use it much. But most printers out of the box, the Kaiwoo's working great. The Kaiwoo Max I got, it's working fine. I've had a couple little issues here that I had to layer ship, but it was a used printer. It was a return printer they got back, so I've just got to work the bugs out of it. But then I have a used Viper sitting behind me that I got a few days ago. I've got to get it up and running. It's like I don't have an opinion on it. The only thing new I've got recently is this Focus printer here that I got yesterday, and other than a spool holder, I think it's kind of tiny. Like I say, it takes 2 seconds to set it up, put 4 screws in, and you're printing. And it's got a direct drive. They got a great deal on it. So far, so good. I'm only on my 2nd print, so I don't know how well it's going to last over time, but for the price, it seems to be a good little printer. So, time will tell. The Prusa Mini, which was a kit and took forever to put together because there was so many pieces, it prints okay. I've tried different filaments on it. Occasionally, the first layer I have issues with on different filament, and I've got to get it just right. But, most printers are about the same. It's all a matter of how much money do you want to spend, or which one do you like the way it looks. So, and this little one, Focus here, has dual Z lead screws on it. That's nice. Direct drive hot end, filament runout sensor. So, I don't know. A lot of printers are good. And most people that have one printer, when I bought the one printer, I had no idea I'd ever buy a 2nd printer. But then it was taking so long to print stuff on the one CR10, I could justify buying a 2nd one. And then you get another one, or you buy this, or you buy that. You know how it is. Just kind of get carried away. Yeah, it's really awesome. And then Dora with Focus sent him an additional roll because I sent her his information, and she went in and sent him a 5th roll, so he's got 5 rolls coming. And well, anyway. So what else does anybody want to talk about or know about, or maybe I can help you, maybe I can't, you know. You'd rather see my face, you want to keep watching the print, doesn't really matter. Oh, I need to go grab a drink, hold on. I'll go grab another bottle of water and I'll put a little tea packet in it, 1 second. You can always tell when I'm moving around, my chair squeaks like hell. Yeah, one thing, the people that are sponsoring that, I think it's called CS3D or something like that, I'm really shocked they haven't got the filament out to him. If they want people to print all this stuff, they should, I don't know, I haven't went on their website to see when they said they would send it or anything, but it seems to me about the time they give you the files and announce that they should be sending out filament, so I don't know what happened there. Because their filament, oops, I'm shaking the bottle up here and the lid wasn't on tight. Let me wipe that up. Oh, but the lid was on, so this wasn't tight. Yeah, their filament's $25.99 a roll, but companies have sales all the time. And I get companies all the this. Damn it, it's leaking again. I got the lid on tight. I get people ask me all the time about reviewing filament. I've done so many filament video reviews. Most filament is the same. Not all of it, but a lot of filament that I've reviewed that I've got off Amazon that's under usually $15 to $25. To me, it pretty much all prints the same. There's been a couple brands that I've printed. One in particular I'll never print with because I had nothing but bad luck and I'm not going to use it. So, anyway, yeah, my preferred water is Sam's Purified, it's called. They're bigger bottles. I buy them at Walmart. And then I buy those flavor packets. You know, you cut it off, dump it in, shake it up. They got all different kinds of flavors. I've been drinking tea for like last year. It's really good. Yeah, a long time ago, for a very long time, what's the name? Arion. They were sending me filament and giving me a coupon on Amazon to get like 90% off or 99% off. It was costing me next to nothing per roll. Beautiful filament, but I have filament runout sensors on most of my printers, and quite often there'd be a knot in the filament. If it clogged in the filament runout sensor, now you're printing in midair when you wake up. And then it was very brittle. I had a lot of times where it broke on me, and I live in a dry climate, and it wasn't out of the package that long. Just a lot of headaches over time, so I quit using it. But I don't know if they had a bad batch or lots of problems over time or what, but I just got to a point where, you know what, I've wasted so many models and time, I just don't want to use it. So. Never mind what brand it is I didn't like. So. When I look at the sun, there's a brand there that kind of comes to mind, but anyway. Yeah, when I done a video for one particular company, I didn't say whether I liked it or disliked it. I just said, I'll let you be the judge. Here's what I printed. Here's how it came out. It's up to you guys, you know, whatever you think. You know, most of the time when you have filament problems, it's operator error, but the prints, you know, but not always. So depends what happened, but usually it's operator error. It's something that you didn't do right or you overlooked, and doesn't matter how long you've been doing it, people make mistakes, people overlook things happen. But any new printer, if you're just getting into the print industry, as long as you get down your first layer, usually you're home free after that. Usually everything goes fine. And if you live somewhere where you might have power outages or storms, have a UPS backup up of some sort. Because, or if you're printing with Octolab, well, some prints they got print resume. But if the bed cools down and the print releases, that's not going to work for you, because if it resumes, the print already released, now it won't stick. So depends what kind of a build service you got. And I usually use a Raspberry Pi 3B. I've got an Octoprint on it, and I usually use Octoprint on most of them. Yeah, I reviewed the Sunlu filament dryer. As a matter of fact, somebody contacted me yesterday on Facebook wanting to know if I'd want to review the new one that came out. I said, sure. And I mentioned that I was an affiliate for Sunlu. I don't always repost for some companies. I'm an affiliate with a handful of companies. But every Thursday on my page, my group, and on Twitter, I repost for TH3D and for ZYLTECH. I'm an affiliate, so every time you buy something, I get a small percentage or credit on like the TH3D. And then I, you know, the buy me a coffee thing, I throw that up all the time. And StreamYard, always, you know, throw up an ad for StreamYard. So it's like a referral link. So if you use StreamYard and never buy it, then I get a couple dollars, or, you know, here and there. So every little bit helps. And I do have an Amazon affiliate links. I have enough people that I can have a store, but I've never been able to figure out how to set the store up. I asked Chris down in Arizona, how to set it up, and there's something I'm doing wrong. I would love to set my store up where you click on the link and you go to a page. You've seen them for other people, or like Jim even, where it mentions certain things they like or they have bought, they have in different categories. I can do that, I just don't know how to do that. I haven't been able to figure out how to set it up. So I would love to get my store up and running, rather than people just click on the Amazon link and then you go buy whatever you want. And then for qualifying purchases, I get a small percentage, which costs you nothing to use my link to go do your normal shopping. And I did have them in like 3 or 4 countries, but they weren't bringing any money over time, so then I shut them all down. I think other than the U.S., I still got that running. And like every three or 4 months, I might get 20 bucks off the Amazon link. It's pretty rare. I don't use the one I have now very often, Jason, but if they want to send me the newer version to review it, I'll do it for the sake of the video, but I don't actually need the filament dryer. I don't know what I would use it for, because I don't dry filament that often, other than if somebody wants to send it to me to review. But, I mean, if you want to mail it, let me know what it would cost to ship, and I'll pay for the shipping, but I don't really need it. But if I ever did, then I would have 2, so I don't know. That's totally up to you, how you want to handle that. I don't want to drive clear across town to pick up a filament dryer, though. So, if it was an IDEX printer or your Prusa or something, I would, but I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I think Texas is pretty humid. No, ZYLTECH is down in Houston. Yeah, I had a friend of mine here in Vegas 3 or 4 years ago, like 3 years ago maybe. He gave me a whole bunch of filament, matter hackers, a bunch of stuff, carbon fiber, and he brought me up like 10 rolls because I was looking for extra donations to buy filament. He drove up here, gave me a ton of filament, and it's been unwrapped for years, and I printed with some of it last week, and I didn't dry it or nothing. It printed fine. It's been sitting forever. I love yard sales. I wish I had some money. I'd come check out your yard sale. I love going by yard. I used to, when I have the funds, going by yard sales, because you never know what you might find. You know, there might be something you've been looking for forever that's $10 sitting right there. You never know. You never know what you might find at a yard sale. Okay. Yeah, it isn't something I really need, so it'd be best just to sell it. Or, you know, or give it to somebody that can use it. I don't really need it. Yeah, but yard sales are fun. So, it's like I used to go out to Broadacre swap meet years ago, and I haven't been out there in a long time, but yeah, yard sales can be fun. I've had a lot of yard sales here over the last 21 years, tons of them, but no matter how cheap you got something marked, we take $1? Can I give you $0.25? Anyway, I don't have to answer about that common statement, but you know. And if you price things as low as you're willing to take it, people will always do you down. So it's always best, especially when you sell online, ask a little more, and then you give, oh, thank you, Dennis, thank you very much. See, my button works. Very cool. And I had different music to go with it, but that's not it. Thank you, appreciate that. So now I know that works in OBS, because I'm running OBS right now through YouTube. Very cool. Yeah, I'm printing a box. I got a Prusa. It's, where's it at? It's to put all my USB sticks, my SD cards and stuff like that. I got about Prusa. So I've just been streaming here for a couple hours, just testing it, because I haven't used OBS in a really long time by itself, and I like the better camera quality. So if this looks a lot better than StreamYard, I'll start doing this more often. I'll keep doing my Hangouts every Saturday at 1 o'clock, or maybe pick a different day if there's a different time or day better for people based on who else is streaming. And then I'll start doing more of these Hangouts just to pop in and hang out and chit chat about whatever while I work in my hobby room here or whatever. So yeah, I love talking to people and interacting with people, or you know, trying to help you out where I can, or you help me out, whichever it may be. We all help each other out when we can. Yeah, well, like last week, I started printing the R2-D2 again with a build service I got from Trevor. And what happened? I got up about 1/4 of an inch. And what was it that happened the first time? Well, the Capricorn tube pulled out of the extruder. It pulled out of the fitting and broke. So I clipped it, started to print over, got up to about the same height. And then I had a clog or something. I forget. Oh yeah, I had that curly Q, and I was printing in midair. So I had a couple issues. So I think I need to heat up, take the hot end apart, heat it up, clear it out, see what in the hell's going on with it. Maybe there's a clog or partial clog or something down below. But yeah, I want to get the R2 printed. And I downloaded not all the parts. I'm still a member of Mr. Bedelli's Patreon. And I downloaded most of the parts. But as you know, in my opinion, things are kind of mixed up and it's hard to find stuff, but I try to download most of the files that are for, I think it's MK3 it's called, where the back opens up on it. And I want to print the smallest part of the base that's about 6 inches tall, and then if that turns out, then and I can get it going, then I can print something bigger. Hey Matt, what's going on? So yeah, Matt, I'm running an OBS right now. I haven't ran OBS in a long time, so my picture quality looks better. I just need to tweak some settings and get things set up. And then I can do this more often, just hang out in OBS, because StreamYard is only 720p, and the quality when I rewatch it looks terrible. So, and I don't want to have to go out and buy an expensive webcam if I can make this one work right. So, anyway. And I got chat pulled up, so if I want to leave a comment, or so many people have, let's see, we've got 16 watching, 11 likes, no thumbs down. Cool, no thumbs down. Maybe my video quality will stop that from happening now. Anyway, I know every time I put out a video, you know, some of my videos I spend a long time trying to film everything, edit it. I try to do the best that I can, and I post it, and a couple hours later, there's 1 or 2 thumbs down. It's like, what did I do wrong? But, you know, it is what it is, so whatever. Can't make everybody happy. It happens. So you kind of got an idea what it's going to look like there. I think it's going to be probably 2 or 3 inches tall. It'll take all night to print. And I'm printing with the Red Focus PLA right now. But it's pretty cool. Anybody have any questions or anything you want to know? Maybe I can answer them. I'm no Ike, but I'll do my best. We got tech support in chat. He's pretty smart. He knows a lot more about a lot of technical stuff than I do. Not that I didn't know it, but I'm a forgetful person, so a lot of things I used to know I forget. Yeah, I do use OBS as a virtual cam in StreamYard. I've done that for a long time. That's how I switch my cameras around. But it's only 720p, and the quality looks terrible when I rewatch it on my TV or something. It's like I look washed out white, or it's not that clear. And I can't afford to pay for, I pay $25 a month for StreamYard. I can't afford to pay $40 a month for StreamYard to have 1080p. It's just one more bill that I can't afford. There's this one program that Tim told me about that I've been paying $15 a month for. I rarely use it. I need to drop it, but they just billed me again today. It's called You Place It. That's where I make my intros and stuff at. But I don't use it very often, so I need to drop it, and then I can always pick it back up at a later date. You can make things up and pay like $9 for the one file that you made, or you can get a monthly subscription for $15. And I could be putting that $15 toward the Patreon or something else. Because I'm only a member of one Patreon, Mr. Badelli's, or Bagley Badelli. He's my only Patreon at $5 a month, and I'm rarely on there because I'm not doing any droid building. But $5 a month doesn't hurt me to support him, you know. And one of these days, maybe we'll start printing some more stuff. And the R2D2, God only knows how long it'll take to print all that, and then all the electronics and stuff someday. But with OBS, I can't have, there's no way to let anybody drop in. I don't have an option to do that, so I'm just kind of hanging out, chit-chatting. But I have my hangout tomorrow at 1 o'clock. So that's in 12, let's see, 10, 11, 12, 1. 15 hours from now, I'll be doing my hangout. And something I wanted to show you guys, I showed earlier, is I have an Anycubic Viper printer that was a customer return that I have to fix that has many problems. That is anti-backlash nut. It's plastic, it's spring-loaded. And there's these little tiny clips that go on each side of this that go down and, on the other side, each side of this other piece. They're broke on both of them. And you can buy these out of a company in Germany. That's probably where Anycubic got all their stuff. It's coming out of Germany, but I'm not going to order them out of Germany. They're plastic. They'll break again. I ordered 2 brass ones off Amazon. I'll put them on tomorrow. And then I'll move on to what else might be wrong with the printer. I know it's got a thermal runaway issue and whatever else, I don't know. Something's wrong with the filament runout sensor. So if I need to replace anything, I'll just use it with regular printer parts, not specialty parts. Just like somebody was talking about, DWIT, I think, on that Capricorn tubing, having a special flared end on it, and they wanted $50 for a replacement from some company. That's complete BS. $50, come on. Yeah, you need to take the whole assembly, whatever it is, just replace the whole damn thing and put something on it that's more universal, not have somebody try to hold the market and charge you $50 for a little tiny tube. So that's not right. Awesome. Yeah, it'll be good to see you, Matt. Badly? Yeah, Badly. Okay. Badelli, Badly. I think it was James 3D Honey Badger said Badelli, and that's where that kind of stuck with me. He calls him Mr. Badelli. Badly. And then Matt Germain, you know, so Matt Farmer calls Matt German Matt Germain. So, but now he knows it's German, so he does it as a joke and calls him Mr. Germain. Yeah, it's 10:05 here in Las Vegas right now. Yeah, most of the time when I stream, I have YouTube open up on another window, but I usually pop chat out, make it real big, close the video down. That way you're not glancing over, watching everything being delayed by 40 or 50 seconds on the video. So I just close the video down, pop chat out. Those three dots at the top of everybody's window, you can pop out chat and make it big. Yeah, I don't know why companies, they come out with something, they give it a fancy name, and, you know, they're all bed slingers. They just have little minor upgrades here and there, but to totally revamp something like a, like this and make it out of plastic, that's just dumb. Because when I got it from the guy, both plastic clips were broken. These little things, these little anti-backlash nuts were kind of turned sideways, and it's like, okay. Don't want to replace that in plastic, it'll just break again. And everything around my house in Vegas, I'm sure Jason has the same problem. Whenever anything is broke on your vehicle in your house, why? Because every single time it's because it was plastic. You know, it just doesn't last forever and breaks. GA, Georgia, I believe, right? 1:05 in the morning. Yeah, I thought it was pretty crazy the other day. Matt Farmer was live streaming, and where he was at work, it was dark out, but I looked out front and it wasn't dark here. I'm in Vegas. He's back in Indiana, I think it is, and it was already dark there, but here it wasn't dark yet. And I know when I went down to Texas to visit my relatives, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years ago, my wife's parents, it was like 8:30 in the morning and it was still dark out. It's like, wow, this is crazy because of time zones. Because here, the sun's up here in Vegas, I believe, around 6 o'clock, 5:30, 6 o'clock, depending on what time of year it is. And then in the wintertime, it's what I used to hate about construction. You go to work in the dark, you come home in the dark. Because it's sun up like, you know, 5:30 in the morning, and then at 5 o'clock at night it's dark. Then in the summertime, it's like 8 or 8:30. And usually on my Hangouts, I'll get on Twitter, I'll PM like 20 different people, and I'll let them know, hey, I'm going live tomorrow or in a couple days, whatever it may be. Would you like to come hang out? And a lot of people, I'm not giving them enough notice. Some do, some don't. Chris came in last week from Kersey Fabrication. That was nice. Tim came in from CH3D. But a lot of times I get tired of messaging people because, you know, they say, oh, I'll be there, that'll be awesome, then they don't come. So then the following couple weeks, sometimes I quit messaging them. So, but you know, all these same people know I stream every week, so they're always welcome to drop in if they choose to. They're very welcome. Yeah, the color screen on this is really nice too. I like the color touch screen it has on it. Like I say, it's only the second day I've used it, but it's cool that I don't know how it works with rather regular files, but I could see the print that I was going to print, you know, when I loaded it on the screen. But the one that I sliced didn't do that. So I guess there's something you got to set up in the slicer to be able to see it, or maybe it's the way the file name is written. I don't know, but it's pretty cool. In the UK, David, it's 6:06 a.m. Okay. Yeah, when I talk to companies in China, when I'm going to bed, they're usually awake at work, and then I get PM throughout the night. So I usually get up out of bed, and I go check to see who it is, and you know, and then I do or don't respond. You know, if you click on it, I'm not incognito, but if you don't click on it, then they don't know that you looked at it, so you can just kind of see the first couple words of whatever they're typing. But yeah, the filament is just got shipped out to Astro Printer, and then the Andrew Osmond, he won a roll too, so that was already shipped out to him. I sent tracking number, tracking information to both people. And then when I done my giveaway stream, when I hit 2,500 subs and I gave away, you know, zillions of prizes. One of the biggest prizes I had was $100 worth of STLs from Tony Chambers. The person that won it never ever contacted me, and I couldn't get a hold of him or her, whoever it was. So that went unclaimed and it was just forgotten about. So the next time I ever do a giveaway, people need to contact me within a couple days, and I'll just have to say, hey, if you want to wait a week or two to contact me, you forfeit, because all you have to do is email me your information, and they can do that within a day or two, if not that night, the next day. It doesn't, you know, a couple weeks later, people contact me saying, oh, I won this 3 or 4 weeks ago. Yeah, okay, you know, that's kind of crazy. Because companies or the people that are doing the giveaways want to get things shipped out, and it's like, well, what do you mean they haven't contacted you? You know, it's a week or two later. But like I say, that one went unclaimed. So. Oh, wow. Yeah, I wasn't sure. Okay, Adam Stack printer, wanting $50 for it. Yeah, he needs to either fix it and sell it, or replace the whole setup and do something different. That's crazy, because they constantly will have to be replaced. That's a very common thing to have to replace. Wow. I bet when you go fishing on fam, you're on a line on somebody's chat while you're fishing. I bet you $100 that you're actually online at that time, because you're, no matter where you're at on the internet, non-fam's in chat saying hi to everybody or winning the prizes. Because he's very good at winning. He's very lucky, very lucky person. It took me like 3 years to finally won a couple things here and there. The first thing I ever won was a little sample of gloop. Little tiny thing of gloop, and then twice on Jim's stream I won, and then on Dan's stream I won 3 rolls of filament from oh, what's his name? He's got the belt printers. Mike, I can't think of Mike's last name. Anyway, I won 3 rolls of filament from Mike, and then a couple months later Dan was on my stream and won the same filament back from Mike, because Mike had sent me the money and I bought some from Printed Solid and had it sent to Dan. So it's kind of funny that we both won from the same person on each stream randomly, and it wasn't set up, you know. It was the wheel. We're spinning the wheel, and it was pretty funny. I had a ceiling fan in the living room I took down. It's got a real long brass extension on it, real fancy lights. I set it out on the street. If anybody wants it, I took it down out of my house. Yeah, you never need to rig a giveaway. The only time a giveaway could be rigged is if you use Nightbot. Nightbot, you could rig a giveaway. Because in Nightbot, on the back end, if you don't want somebody to be in it, you can exclude them. That's why I use Nightbot for checking my chat, but I don't like using it for giveaways, because if you're not a fair person, you could rig Nightbot, but not the wheel of fish, you know, the big wheel, or StreamYard's wheel. It connects to your chat, and then it collects a name, and then randomly spits it out. But with the one with it popped apart. The one with StreamYard, it doesn't take names out. So I've been on there on Sunday night. I've mentioned I haven't watched him in a while. Mike from Never Let the Machines Win is on there every week. They need to make an option so once a winner wins, you can remove them. So when you spin again, it don't come back up. They need to have that feature. But anyway. Yeah, the spring popped out of this thing. Another part went somewhere. Yep, this came from spring and the spring popped out. Yeah, I couldn't afford to buy a Viper to review it or anything from Annie Cubic, and then they ran across one where somebody had one that was damaged to send back to the company, and Spring wanted to know if I would want to go pick it up and you know, fix it up, and I'll do content on it, do videos on it. So I drove across town, met the man, and real nice guy. and he has a website that he, I guess, makes a lot of stuff. I posted on my group here, a man named Don, about a week ago. Take care, David. Have a great night, good morning, whichever. Cell phones don't work there. It's too far away, about 60 miles from the closest city. All right. Let's see. Yeah, basically, I said I just wanted to log on and get OBS working. Now that it's working, the video's pretty much okay. Everybody thinks the video looks sharp. That's what I'm interested in. I don't want it to be fuzzy, blurry, clear, bright. I want it to be crisp. You know, just like, you know, whoever streams of the video looks awesome. I'm trying to make this look good too, and then I'll go in and see what other bells and whistles I can install in OBS, so when I stream by myself I can use this. So full PTFE with treads, shows ZYLTECH Twitter post. I haven't seen that. Okay, and there's my other screen where I'm over there watching what's going on YouTube. Yeah, I'm not going to film this all night. I'm going to end the stream here shortly, probably, and shut it down and then go watch TV, probably in the bedroom or the living room. Go to bed in a couple hours, probably, depending on how I feel. Sometimes I start feeling kind of dizzy-ish, if that makes any sense, meaning I'm really tired, and then I go lay down and go to bed. It all depends how I feel. Right before I got sick a few years ago, I was up to like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning doing stuff online and busy printing, and you know, and then I go to bed and I'm getting up 4 or 5 hours later and I'm exhausted, and so it all depends how I feel. 90 degrees outside right now, it says on my computer. Humidity on this little meter says 37%, and it's 80 degrees right where I'm sitting, but my house is set on 78. Sure. Yeah, let me go grab that. My mouse to work. If I don't automatically see it, I'll type in DWIT, but what am I looking for? I'm not seeing any recent posts. Who's this older stuff? You go back up the top. Hey, Lightspeed, what's going on? Yeah, I'm Lightspeed. I'm running OBS through YouTube. I haven't used it in a really long time, so I'm just tinkering around. I was trying to get my settings running, and my video quality obviously is better, so I'm not going through StreamYard. And I'm just, oh, I passed it. Okay, type in what I'm looking for, because if you type, there it is, I will already went by it 30 seconds later. But it was the first pick, which is that hot end right there you're talking about? The broken part? Yeah, it's crazy to want 50 bucks for that little piece. That's BS. I think. Yeah, I even commented on that. I think these are all the comments here. Let's see. Somewhere in here I made a comment. I guess my comment's not there. Or maybe it's on another post, but I did comment on it. Yeah, no, is that me? That's me. Well, that is total crap. In the bin it goes. Upgrade to something universal was my comment. And I usually say trash can, but in the bin, obviously, it's kind of a universal word for garbage can. That's why I said in the bin. Hey, red light. Yeah, I'm just hanging out testing OBS and YouTube red light. Oh, you know what? What happened? I just realized that I'm on the wrong camera. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know why I did that. You're talking about it's the first pick. I went back to it. I'm scrolling, but I'm on the wrong camera. So. But yeah, 50 bucks for that, and it's probably an inch long. Yeah, hell of a deal. I want 10. Yeah, it's a $3 part, like NonFam said. Yeah, I'd give $3 for it. But then, unfortunately, shipping would probably be 20. So then you're not going to buy the part anyway, but unless you have to have it. Yeah, I hate paying high shipping prices when whatever you're buying doesn't cost much, but the company wants a ton of money to ship it. Awesome. Just got home. I haven't been to a strip club in, I don't know, many years. I used to waste a lot of dollars at strip clubs, and then, you know, I don't know. Anyway, I'm not going to talk about it. Just slowly working on a print here. I'll have to ask Tim in the live stream if he's in Saturday about this camera. I don't quite understand why it's not focusing in like it's supposed to. I mean, right now, to me, it looks pretty sharp. But if I come up and look at the text, I don't know. That text to you guys, to me, it looks blurry from here. That text doesn't look real sharp. How you doing, Red Light? Yeah, I've been hanging out here online for a while, just chit-chatting with whoever, testing out OBS. So, and I haven't used it in a really long time by itself. I always run OBS in the background when I run StreamYard every week, but I don't run it by itself. And usually I tape my videos with OBS, and lately I've been using my cell phone for a lot of my videos. And then, you know, download to my computer and edit them. So. Yeah, the print, Steven, you say blurry. Yeah, the text is blurry, but it looks to me like the print itself looks sharp. Has everybody else seen that print look really sharp? I mean, the print looks good. It's just that text looks a little bit off. They sent you the wrong LCD. Well, that sucks. Two different ones, huh? I didn't know that. Two different kinds, or two for the one? I mean, I had my original Elegoo Mars. I had a screen go out on it, and it was out of warranty. And I told them that I have a group and I do videos on this and that. Oh, okay, we'll send you one out for free. And that's the answer that I was looking for. And I was out of warranty. And what happened when the screen quit working on mine? When you hit the button, you'd have to take your finger like a half an inch away from the button to get it to work. Once I actually took it apart, somehow a little bit of resin got down in there, and that's probably what caused the problem. But I'm not messy with my resin printers, so I don't know how that could have happened. But if you have the cover off, when the vat comes down on the first print, if there's any bubbles or anything, which there is, sometimes it'll minutely splash. Just barely. That's why in a lot of people's cases, they might get a little bit of resin around the edge because, I don't know, it's almost like it's water and it's humidity. It seems like it builds up on the edge sometimes, or it slightly splashes. There's two models, okay. Yeah, and on your Mono X, whenever you guys get a resin printer, there will be a protective screen over top of the LCD. Do not pull it off. Don't go, ooh, boy, don't do this sound right here, and start peeling it off. You don't want to do that, because if you ever get a rip in your FAP, and eventually it'll happen, you don't want resin to get on that screen, because once it cures, sometimes, most of the time, you can't get it off, and then you might have to replace your screen. But if you leave the protective coating on it, you simply peel it off, spend $8 or $9, buy a new sticker, and put back on it. And then your vat sits on top of that. On the Elegoo Mars, one time I got a little bit of resin on it. I was able to very carefully take a double-edged razor blade by itself and get it down almost flat. And I was able to clean it and get it off. But on the Mars, when it leaked, luckily it was on top of that piece of plastic. Okay, Jason. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing on camera too. Oh, that's blurrier than what I'm seeing. Huh. Well, let me push buttons on them again. Take care, Red Light. Have fun working. Tomorrow I'm live streaming 1 p.m. If you have time to pop in, you're welcome to, Red Light. Anywhere from 2 to 4 hours. Yeah, that's the light. Yeah, that looks real blurry to me. Lights on again. Nope, it's off. I don't know why it's doing that. I noticed that on Tim's stream, sometimes they'll hit a button and then it sharpens right up. I'm not seeing that on here. Now, the print to me looks sharp, but not that text. And that's just making the light brighter and brighter by the plus and minus. And it's got a light button. So then it has to be this other one's an autofocus. Let me try holding it. Huh, I don't know. Maybe something's wrong with this camera. Yeah, I've got probably 6 inches away, 7 inches away from it now. Does that text look any better? It's kind of hard to tell, right? I think the tech, well, for a second I thought it looked better, now it don't. Well, the print head's moving, so that don't help any. It seems like it's fairly sharp, and then it kind of loses it because it's moving away. I mean, unless I'm wrong, I'm mistaken. The screen on OBS that I'm looking at is like 5 inches. It's a small screen. It's not very big. Not better? Okay. Well, it's not a bad picture, I don't think, from what I'm seeing, but it's not perfect. That text isn't pulling in. The camera has a plus and a minus button on the bottom, and that seems to just make the light brighter or dimmer. It's got a light bulb button, which is just the light, and then it's got a button on the top left, which has a plus in the middle with picture frames in each corner, meaning like you're framing the print. And that's the button I kept pushing. Now, if I go to plus and minus, that seems to be light intensity. Now I'll go negative. That's hitting the negative button. And now let me turn the light off. Now the light's off. And that glow that you're seeing is from my ring light beaming down on it. See if I can... Yeah, see, I'm holding up a menu to Angelina's Pizzeria to try to help block it a little bit. Here, let me turn off my ring light and see if that'll improve it any. Ouch. Oh, I've been sitting down too long. Okay, there my ring light's off, which you can see now it looks yellow. Yeah, like I say, we got the button on the left. It's got the plus sign with the framing around it. And then we have a light button. And we got a plus and a minus, which changes the light intensity. See, it's getting brighter and brighter on the plus. Hit negative, it gets dimmer and dimmer. And there it's completely off. So this would have to be the one button. And that's my wife's FL Sun you see in the background there. You can see the round build surface has glue stick on it. Because it printed great when I first got it, and then I was having trouble getting the first layered stick. So I broke out the trusted glue stick that always works. Yeah, it doesn't seem to do anything when I push it. I know I've seen on Tim's stream, he'll push a button and then you can see it right on camera, refocus. And, you know, just like you do on a webcam, so I don't know. Yeah, I'll try holding it down. It didn't seem to do anything. Let me go back up here to the lettering. And I'm holding my finger on it. Now I took my finger off. Fingers off, fingers on. And my alternative camera, like I mentioned, is being used on the Kaiwu, doing octolapse, so I can't bring it over here. But anyway. And my phone just dinged, but I don't have a PM from anybody, so that's odd. I don't know why that happens. I hear it ding and then I go check it, there's nothing there. Oh, awesome. And next week I'm getting the Comgrow new diode laser in the mail. Not the laser head that I bought, but they're going to send me their new diode laser that's, you know, like the Auteur. So that'll be really cool. I'm finally getting one from a company. And then hopefully in November, December, I'll be getting one from Focus when they come out with it. But that's totally up to whoever's getting it, doing enough content and advertising for the company and printing stuff that they, you know, want to sponsor you. So. So is anybody currently printing anything, or your printers are all turned off, or what's going on, guys? Anything exciting happening? Yeah, and then when I go back to here, Black Show, let me just show you. Here's what I originally loaded up on OBS. I went to StreamYard, I went go live, and then I went over to OBS and I hit start streaming, and this wheel here is still spinning. It says connect streaming software to go live. Viewers will be able to find your stream once you go live. Well, I am live, have been for forever. And then I made a couple comments here which nobody's seen. And I don't know why it's not working. Liam thought there was a problem between the two. Yeah, I mean, on Facebook I get a certain type of a ding, you know, when it's a PM. But a lot of times I get on Facebook and I'm there, well, who PM'd me? There's just nothing here. But that... And then sometimes my phone makes a weird sound. I can't explain it, I have to hear it. And I don't know what's causing that. It's just kind of a weird, I don't know, it's not a chirp, it's just an odd sound. And I don't know what's causing it. But I need to figure out this problem here. All three are printing. What are you printing, Stephen? Or if it's top secret, you don't have to answer. Yep, just have to watch some more videos and see how to do this and that on StreamYard, or with OBS. So I can do more of these like this every week. Just kind of hang out and chit chat. Show what I'm currently tinkering with or whatever. Let's see what buttons I got here. I think you guys can hear those. Or I could turn the mic more because I'm playing it through my speakers. The way I used to have it set up on my Stream Deck, I couldn't hear the sounds, but they'd be really loud on your side, but I couldn't hear them at all, other than I'd see the meter was moving. But when you press the button, you can tell it's working. And now I can hear them through my speakers, and you guys can hear them a little bit. So now I know what's playing. And if I should play something that's got video audio, then I'll just turn it so you can hear it coming out of the speakers. You're printing a lightsaber and an M1A1 tank for Christmas stuff. Cool. For wife. Nice. Yeah, Christmas rolls around really quick, so if you got something to print, start printing, because it'll be here that quick. I'm still waiting on my taxes from 2019 that I'll probably never get $1,700. I'll have to try calling back the IRS again. Last couple times I tried, I couldn't get through. You know, you wait on hold forever, and then when you finally get through to the right extension, then it disconnects after 2 or 3 hours. It sucks. And every time I've called, though, they don't have an answer. They don't know. And if anybody wants to hear my story, I'll re-explain what happened and why they owe me all that money. So it's my fault the problem originally happened, but oh, the other day Sergio made a comment, and I don't understand his comment. He goes, "There you go, Jerry, saying this, that, or something." And I don't understand what he meant by the comment. He repeated it on the chat, and I don't know why he posted it. I don't know what he means. He said, "There you go again, saying that or something." So does that mean me actually saying those words about something? I don't understand the comment. Yeah, my wife likes the FL Sun Q5. She said she's going to print with it, and basically she walked over here and I did all the work while she kind of watched. She didn't really do it, but she said she wanted to. But she claimed it for her, so that's fine. I would like to review their FL Sun Super Racer, but they don't want to send me one to review, and I can't afford to buy it, so I won't. And the only way to get stuff is to constantly ask all the time, or be active in their groups with comments and things and liking things, and then maybe eventually say, "Sure, we'll send you out one." So then do some more content on it. Now I can yawn off camera. Yeah, I got Prusa still open in the morning. I haven't done it tonight. I was going to, but I'll find some more things to print. They might be off Prusa's site, and print a whole ton of stuff for this little printer. I'll throw the pictures up on Facebook, Twitter, and I'll do a video about it. And talk, you know, what I think of the printer, what has or hasn't happened, and go from there. Where it's going to end up, I don't know. I mean, it's sitting next to me right now, but I really don't want to put it on a high shelf and have to get a ladder to use it and then pretend to not get used, so got to figure out where to put it. Yeah, my wife has never wanted to get involved in printing, painting, anything ever, and I literally have enough stuff. If you were my neighbor and you wanted a hobby, you could come hang out with me every day, and I got stuff you could do for the rest of your life. I got a lot of different things going on, but I don't hang out with anybody. Nobody comes over. My wife's not interested in none of it. So, and then I have a brother and sister, but every time I call my sister and tell her anything, she gets mad at me. So I'm always talking about 3D printing. So What time is it in Vegas? It's 10:45. 10:45 p.m. But yeah, I talk to people a lot about 3D printing or this or that. That's, you know. And my wife has hung out on enough live streams and heard me talk about it long enough. If you ask her something, she may not know the right answer, but she might understand what you're talking about, because she's only heard it 1,000 times. It's a shame my son's so old and don't live at home and he's not little, because I got a million things he could be doing. If he wanted to, I mean. I've tried to get him involved in 3D printing, but he's too busy working and his family and all his other things he has going on. He plays a lot of online games. I don't remember if it's EverQuest or... There's one of them. I forget which one it is. He plays that constantly. You know, for... You know... A lot. Yeah, someday I hope to make a viral video that'll get a zillion hits, and you know, my growth, my channel will go way up. But I don't go very many places, so it'd have to be, I don't know, it couldn't be a 3D printing video. It'd have to be something different. And then I thought about buying one of those cool little drones. I thought, wow, that'd be cool. I can go up around the house in my neighborhood and film some stuff, but then you got to have a license, you know, an FAA pilot's license. And that's a lot of money, and you know, and if you don't, then you're in trouble, and you can be sued, and it's just ridiculous. All the other stuff that can happen with it. So, and you know, a lot of people live in areas where they can openly fly like that. They're not near no airports or anything. It's beautiful countryside. I'm real close to Nellis Air Force Base, so that would be the #1 no-no. Unless I buzzed around out front 10 or 15 foot high, something like that, I probably would be fine. But even if I posted it online or on a video, then I'm going to end up getting a phone call about it. So, because any kind of a video, if you make any kind of money off any kind of drone footage, intentional or not, you can be getting fined over it or taken down, or, you know. So, I guess that'll never happen. I've got a couple little tiny drones, a little Darth Vader, not TIE Fighter, the other one that he flies. Anyway, I have that. A small one has lights and stuff on it. Then another little bitty one that's real tiny. When I was into the hobby a few years ago, I was building a real big drone. It's like 16 inches in diameter, but I never did get it to auto level or whatever, you know, hover properly. So I built it from scratch. I never did get it to work right. And the blades were real hard on it, and the thing up in the air spinning, if that was to bump you, it'll take your fingers off. So I wound up selling. I had a lot of foam built planes and stuff, and I sold it all. I had a ton of batteries, but they sat for so long they were probably dead, and I didn't realize at the time that they sat for a couple of years, and I kept them in an ammo box inside their protective bags. So if there was to ever be a problem, they're in their protective bags inside an ammo box. Yeah, all you guys are my friends, even though I'll probably never meet you. You're all my buddies, you know. It's just like if you're my neighbor and you came over and hung out, whether we see each other in person, I shake your hand or give you a fist bump, you know, we're online talking all the time, so it's, you know, it's almost the same thing. Hey TK, long time no see. You got a 400-pound drone, had it over a year and a half and never flew it. Wow. You meant the drone cost you over 400 pounds. It doesn't weigh 400 pounds, right? That'd like to be a small airplane, but yeah. I don't know how much 400 pounds is to American money. I don't know how much it is. Yeah, I have my little droid stuff here, and I bought a balance charger, and I got to go back and check my batteries. It's been about a month since I've checked them, just sitting there, make sure they haven't got too low. I tend to not keep up on stuff. Yeah, TK, I'm running, yeah, okay, 400. Yeah, I'm running OBS right now in YouTube. I haven't done this in years. I'm in StreamYard at 720p, so this is 1080p. It should look pretty good, and I'm just been sitting around tinkering with it. I have to get it, other things I need to do to OBS to get it to work properly with different things, and then when I go over to my YouTube window, it's still waiting for me to go live, even though I've been live for like, I don't know, a while. 3 hours and 34 minutes, I guess. Wow, I'm doing this hangout tomorrow for up to 4 hours or so, and I've already been here that long. Wow, that's crazy. Sitting there talking to, you know, just to the screen. So it's been a long time. Yeah, I try to change my keywords occasionally on YouTube. I try to figure out how to do things right so I'll get more hits, more exposure. I think it all comes down to making lots of content every week, which I don't. I do a video every couple weeks, sometimes every week, but usually every couple weeks, where other people are doing 2 or 3 a week, and that just takes too much time. So, and then I have to categorize all my videos on YouTube. They're all jumbled together. They're not all broke down in the proper categories. So that way when you scroll through, we just click videos and scroll through, they're not all mixed up. It's got all the live streams in there. But I do have categories, but they're not on the main screen. So just, you know, things I got to learn how to do. $550, okay. That's nice. Yeah, there's a guy, he's a truck driver I've been watching for about a month now. He's in the back on the East Coast. He's been driving for a couple of years. He has a little drone with a camera on it. I forget what it's called. I paid $400 for it. It's that popular brand that everybody buys, and it's just under the weight limit. I forget, like, I don't remember the grams, but anyway, when he's in his truck, he'll fly this thing up and hover it. It just sits there and films him as he backs his semi into the dock, and it just sits there and waits on him. It's not moving. It's perfectly still. Then I guess he's controlling it with his cell phone mounted onto the controller. Then he'll fly it around the building and look around the countryside, and then he'll come down and land it right in front of him. And then that's pretty cool. He does that constantly on his shows, his videos. So. Yeah, running Facebook groups. I'm a member of I have my one group. I think I'm an admin on Sam's group, but it's hard keeping track of everything. It takes so long, you know, watching tweets, liking things, commenting. I don't comment on my group as much as I did. I used to comment on every single post, but it takes too long. So I scroll my group every day, look at it, and I do a lot of thumbs ups. I don't like doing that. I like to comment. So I try to comment when I can, but it just takes so much time to do everything. So, anyway. Well, I guess I'm going to let you guys go. I've been streaming for almost 4 hours here again, and I'll be on tomorrow afternoon with everybody and do a hangout, and we'll be on 1 p.m. Pacific, so well, it's like 11 hours, so, or no, 12, 15 hours I think it is. So, 8 cameras, wow. Yeah, and then I watched the video last week where a guy had a great big styrofoam copter. It would take off, it had 4 blades on it, would take off like a quadcopter or a drone, and then it would turn and it would fly like an airplane. Really cool. And you could put a GoPro on it. It already had a camera on it, but you could also mount a GoPro. I don't know what it cost, but it looked really cool. And it was a really dense styrofoam, so it's not going to break real easy. And on video, it looked like it was about, you know, this long, kind of shaped like a V, like a wing. Really cool. So, anyway, take care, TK. Take care, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. Please like, subscribe, share. I appreciate it, and I'll see you tomorrow on the Hangout. So, everybody have a great night. Thank you for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it, guys. Take care. And I don't have any